Bubbles is buried beneath my logic. Bubbles dead. By the way, nice to see you awake for once, you little fat sleepyhead.
What's wrong, Barch? You were missing me?
I was hoping this eternal sleep would finally take you, and yet here you are.
Then why did you say
God,
nice, Barch?
God hates me.
Finally, we were finally able to catch their banter on stream. Only part of it. I wasn't ready in time, but we caught at least half of that.
Good job, Cal.
I did
Because you're
it.
not very smart, Carl.
I set up it beforehand, but I was also eating that cheeseburger pizza.
It's also slow.
Now, chat. I will show you what it looks like. It's in the Bickering Bunch discussion. Chat voted on what pizza I would order today.
It doesn't look... It looks fine.
It's not actually that bad.
That's the worst thing. It looks fine. It's not... I was expecting something really dumb, like a pizza with a cheeseburger on top or something like that.
A hamburger bun or something. Oh my god.
Something.
Well, this is what it looks like, champ. I opened it and I'm like, oh, it's got little packages of mayonnaise. Like, at least they didn't put the mayonnaise on there because I don't think I want to put it on there. I'll try it on one piece, but for some reason I can feel my heart stop if I do that.
You're weak.
Like,
I'm
it was
sad.
pretty basic. Like, it almost reminds me of a taco pizza, except it tastes like a cheeseburger.
Weak. Pathetic.
Chad's like, oh, it's not so bad. Not so bad. Oh, no, you don't, Woodall. You don't get to have pizza. Sit back down. He's like, no, I want to eat.
Kyle, you're a minute late and we haven't started playing War Thunder yet.
Disco went to go check on her pizza.
I don't care. Disco's not a human being.
Bigot.
Yeah, she was angry earlier. It was the most adorable thing.
You missed it. I wish we were streaming that.
Bigoted about reality.
She got super cranky for undescribed reasons that we can't talk about on stream, but we'll talk about later.
Your patheticness is showing again, Kyle.
How is my patheticness showing?
Weakness.
Should I shill on your
You're
Discord server
allowing
again?
China to fucking beat you into the dirt. So don't speak about this. Yes.
China?
Hey, Kyle is preparing to bend over and receive.
Firstly, this has
soft,
nothing to do with the ching chong bing bong. And I think I will, because there's somebody on your server who gets mad every time I do it. So it makes me happy.
Good.
Hope this is the right channel. This is the right channel. Tee It's not like anybody uses that channel for the correct thing. They just post random ass pictures in there.
I'm back. I has pizza.
Fat.
Wow. Rude.
It's supposed to be pizza though.
Playing War
Is
Thunder
it?
today.
That's what I was told.
No, we're playing Valheim today.
I actually want to, like, take a break from that game. Because we binged the ever-living shit out of it. Like...
I need to work on my house.
Of course, because you played it too much, you fucking idiot.
I
wanna
also
play
need to work
more.
on my house.
I want to work on my house, too.
Dumbass.
See, my house is pretty nice.
The best part about the game, after you get to where the current state of the content is you finally get to build your house.
I built my house first.
Yeah, but then you had to upgrade it, okay? We did it the Chad way.
I didn't have to
Bubs
upgrade
like,
it.
puffs out his little bubbly chest.
Bubs had to upgrade his.
Black1917 donates $4 say, squeak and hail Barch Christ. He just can't spell it right. He's tried.
Yes, tried.
Now, where is everybody? And how come they're offline? Bubs, Barch, Disco.
Because I have more important things to do, like work on my house.
You're actually in Valheim.
No.
What? Oh, why am I logged out? You're supposed to sign in for Steam, you stupid game.
Game does what it wants and gets away with it.
Apparently.
Bubbles. isn't independent enough to just tell Kyle to go fuck himself. He'll come subservient.
Right, let's try.
She's a
it
good
out.
little girl. I trained her well. Or it's
Just
like,
wondering if Arch is on War Thunder now. Because that would
Thinking.
undermine his little insult a bit.
well, he is.
Except I want to play War Thunder.
We're all
Ooh,
in
rare Soviet vehicles will be available for purchase in the game. Ooh, rare
Well,
Soviet vehicles.
rare.
No Bubbles. Not Soviet vehicles, Bubbles, you filthy whore muncher. Chinese
says, though.
knockoff variants of rare Soviet vehicles.
You will find them in the premium tree for Soviet vehicles.
Disco, get in here, you fucking.
I'm
The
trying.
KV-1E, the KV-2 ZIS-6, the IL-2M Avenger, and the PE-2
Farish Nazi
The
asks.
wrong ones. The medium tank one is cool.
Farish Nazi asks, did you guys do ground vehicles yet? Bubbles is still scared.
He's a petty little pussy.
Cody donates $5 say, hello, Coomers and Disco. Can't stay for very long, so here's a few bucks to wipe up the tears that will come from my absence, you poor souls. That is actually $1 extra,
Disco
because there's 4 of us.
is a Coomer.
What?
But an extra napkin is always appreciated.
I wish I had more
Disco.
pizza.
Happy.
Bubbles, come over here and you can have some of my cheeseburger pizza. Come here.
Cold by the time Bubbles cut there.
Bubbles starts swimming like motherfucker.
Probably would be.
What are we doing today?
Don't know.
Probably weird things.
We should do tanks,
pizza.
Bubbles. He just
Nah.
gets silent. Well,
I
wrong.
know. Hurry up, or I'm gonna go back to fucking paying my taxes.
You don't have taxes. He's like,
I
nice.
do.
Bubbles, what's your boats at or planes or whatever you want to do?
I'll pick one then.
You pick. Or I'll pick tanks.
Oh, I'm going to do tanks.
Okay, well, pick.
I don't care.
You little faggot. No. I didn't say that, by the way.
What, faggot?
Yeah, we didn't say that. It's a naughty word.
Did you
YouTube
say
doesn't
Say
like
another
that.
word.
Remember,
There's cunt's worse.
YouTube doesn't like any words, okay? What I meant to say is...
YouTube doesn't like anything.
You colorful crayon, you. He's like, tee-hee, stop
Hold
it.
on. Let me go find the list of banned words for references.
Oh, God. We really
Alright,
need
read
to
them out
start-
to us.
We really need
Can
to...
we call Barch a Rudy Poo? I'll take that as a yes.
Diomedes hasn't been here for the feet pics.
Oh, look. It's cheeseburger.
Oh my
Carl,
God.
what kind of pizza are you having?
I'm having a cheeseburger pizza. He's like, don't eat me. It's like, I guess you're just a lolly after all. It's certainly an
Cheese
interesting
Diomedes.
pizza. Alright, we're doing boats. 2.7. Right, bub?
That's as high as we go. Because I only have 2.3.
I guess that means I need to change some of my book.
Because that means we have to go 3.0 then.
I know you like that American boat. It's kind of great, isn't it, Arch? The one with all the little gunners on the side.
It's kind of useless, but it's cute.
It's kawaii. When planes like try to strafe you and you present that broadside, switch to your secondaries and manual fire. There's very little room for error because you're spitting so many bullets in the air. Like you're just gonna hit him. It's like when you use the heavy cruisers AA on a plane. It's like it just feels unfair. You have so many guns. So many guns. My fingy hurts.
Birch.
What's wrong, babe?
Birch.
Are you okay?
Birch.
Who's not ready? Disco. Good disco. Who's a good disco shape? Me. Me good
I'm always
disco.
good. Always a good disco. I don't know what
See,
you're talking
now
about.
she's
I
getting a little
noticed
cool or
you rewrote the automatic posting bot too to Tiny Ancap Cat Trap Servant Mark 1. I approve.
That's what you asked for.
Busted.
Remember this? Not to mention that all of the other ones don't have that fucking name, Disco.
Because that's a different one.
So you're either
It's the
incompetent
Rumble
or
one.
you did this.
How many
That's
bots
the
do you
Rumble
have?
one.
Jesus Christ.
I thought it was just
Actually,
one.
the YouTube one will do that now too, because it's going through the same webhook.
It's like a bot per day or something.
What is your YouTube?
I have a
thing
lot
doing?
of bots.
What is it doing and why is it doing it?
Truth is simply power. That's a woke take again there. We've had an excellent discussion in the super secret symposium chat today about the validity of slavery. It's been excellent.
I like how you just spill beans on that, like so casually, like, you know the super secret room, that's super secret. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about it, and I'm also gonna
Yes,
talk about
it's
Super secret,
partially
boys.
because it fucking triggers people. It's like you're conspiring together. Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Do you have a super secret
There
room?
is no we here. It's only you and your boomer friends. Like, you leave my boomer.
This goes in there
friends
too.
I'm in there.
Yeah, boomer.
Damn. Yeah, boomer. Just goes like, oh.
We came to the conclusion that slavery is essentially fine so long as you're in the Bible.
Okay, there's no we on that. I didn't come to any conclusion.
You know what,
Well,
God?
nobody asked you. 'cause,
Bubbles and I actually had a huge philosophical discussion last stream about Sky Daddy. Sky Daddy is kind of a dickhead.
a Kyle
Oh, yeah.
philosophical discussion. So one monkey burping at another monkey repeatedly.
Oh no, no sound.
Personally, I like it when there's a whole Sky family of Sky Daddies and mommies. Especially
Okay,
when the
so
mommies are thick.
pantheon then.
You know what I'm talking about?
In this case, specifically the Greek pantheon, I'm assuming.
Well, Greek and Latin, basically same thing. Look, I don't like the Egyptian pantheon. The minute I read
Let's
about
go.
the
Are you
fact that
feeling
they
okay
did
there?
Yeah, I was
Boom
tabbed out trying to
festivals.
fix the sound, wasn't I?
Okay.
Well, actually, Kyle, again, you're a moron, but such is hardly a surprising thing.
They
Right, Bubs,
jizz
make
all
sure
over
I
each
don't
other.
die.
The Greek pantheon is the same fucking pantheon in all due essentiality, because the Romans just kind of came by and went,
Yeah, I know
ours now."
that. I was talking about the
It's ours
Egyptian
now.
pantheon. They coom on each other in that one. Coom salads.
Yeah, but that's because it's angry. That's not because of any sexual things or
But, like-
fatty things.
Coom on each other. It's okay, guys. It's not gay. I caught his coom in my hands. It's like, what?
What?
That does not make it not gay, dude.
Well, no, it does make it not gay, because in this case, the coom is poison that kills you just by touch.
And so he then fed the coom back to his adversary.
Like, even HIV takes at least a little bit of time before it fucking kills you.
I originally started learning about Egyptian mythos through Seth's video, and I was like, no way, he's just saying that. Looked it up. No, they're retarded.
Well, yeah. It's
There are
religion.
people that worshipped fucking cats, Kyle. Of course they're retarded.
Meow.
I died.
It's okay. He may have had sex with me, but at least I caught his coom.
Again, I don't think there was a sex part either. I think he just splooged in his random direction as an act of aggression.
So he like looked at him and he's like, and just like
It's actually an act of dominance.
like his eye does the eye raise like out of anger thing, and then like just like pew, it just shot out.
Like,
Shot out
I
of his
can
pants.
see coming on someone being an act of dominance.
It's like, oh, I coomed on you. That'll teach you.
I mean, if a person walks up to you and demonstrates the ability to coom on fucking command, are you gonna argue or are you gonna be like, no, don't take my purse? Or are you just gonna hand it over?
control my coom powers. Capable of cooming at over 1,000 miles per hour. This
1,000 coombs per second.
This rail coom gun will blow your brains out.
See, I really shouldn't be quoting Chris Rock anymore because he's a racist, but I think it was he who had the skit about the world's most effective superhero, Rape Man, or Butt Sex Man. Drop that television, or what? Unzips.
Oh dear.
And he just surrenders.
The
Nobody wants to be raped in the ass by Butt Sex Man.
They might though. If it's a
Not
surprise.
raped, no. Like, even if you want it, you'd still want it to be consensual, you know? It's the force part. It's part of the detriment, the deterrent factor.
Look, non-consent is a fetish that many couples ascribe to.
Well, no. Technically speaking, I'm pretty sure they consent very quite specifically to pretending to not consent.
Yeah, but
I believe there's a difference there.
They like to LARP, like struggle a little. And
Yes,
then,
but that's still consent, Kyle.
And then the other partner's
Yeah,
like,
that's not
"Oh,
really the
no,
same thing.
Don't
Yeah, Kyle,
Kyle
you've
doesn't
been
understand
having
sex.
non-consensual sex without asking if this is okay. Kyle, you've just been raping people, okay? You have just been raping people.
No, I just role play it.
It
She
just-
doesn't seem to
look.
think so.
It's just a prank, bro.
If I'm role playing, then she's role playing. You know what I'm saying?
Apparently.
So they're like, what the?
Kyle's defense.
Aircraft.
This is how I become a bread tuber. Okay. Like I've already
Well-
I've got the credentials now. I do the non-con or snuggle struggle role plays.
See, again, Kyle, you're making things worse for yourself, because the bread tuber thing isn't merely just rape, it's underage rape.
I just
Is there
had a
any-
cheeseburger
is there any
pizza.
other heinous fucking sex offenses you'd like to admit to whilst we're here? Like,
I had
while
a
we're on the
cheese.
subject.
Hold on, I had it. I bought a cheeseburger pizza. Okay.
Okay, did you wrap your
CCPP.
penis in it?
No, because
Did
I don't
you use
do that
it to
my
rape
food.
anyone?
Isn't it like a acronym for CP or something? Oh no, it's not cheeseburgers. Cheese
CP?
Pizza, you dummy.
They're-
Cheese pizza is an acronym for kitty porn.
I know.
Uh-oh.
I'm learning new things that I'm not sure
Wait,
I've ever
you
wanted
didn't
to learn.
know that? I know that because I watched that one guy who busts pedos. What's his name? He did the TV show.
Is there
Chris
such a
Hansen?
man?
Chris Hansen, yeah, the TV show, remember? They got this one guy on the beach where he's like, oh, you want some cheese pizza? Remember?
Cheese pizza? I
Oh
don't
God,
think
it's
we
been
have
so
this in
long
Norway.
since I've
If we
watched
do,
that.
I have apparently avoided this particular bullet.
I doubt you have. It's like, what? No, guys, please.
Cheese pizza. Like,
It-
I have ordered a lot of cheese pizzas in my life, but never with quite that
I
connotation.
think it was a sexual.
And no
innuendo.
small children arrived. No.
Well-
Not that I recall.
Did Chris
You
You
Hansen
didn't happen
arrive?
to be on a particular island while you were doing it, were you?
Not an island either. Normally it's just like, oh, granted, it was in Oslo a couple times, and you know
Ooh,
how those
that is-
southerners get.
What do you mean those southerners? You are a southerner.
I'm not a southerner.
I'm
no,
not.
I am. You know what? This is because I speak with a mild accent, whereas the southerners, they speak gay.
They speak.
My owies hurt on my hand.
See, you speak with a mild accent, but real men speak with a dialect.
Yeah.
No, you just
Bing
don't know
bong.
how your fucking language functions.
I
I mean,
think
granted, you're closer to the Danish than us, which is bad enough.
Are you feeling okay, Arch?
By the way, we do need to put an end to the Danish problem.
That
Every
would
year,
probably do.
thousands of children are born Danish. This condemns them to an eternal existence of fat,
Danishness?
round pastries, and they will never be able to speak in complete sentences, just half-formed gobbledygook. It truly is a fate worse than most deaths.
How did you allow this to happen?
We didn't. The Swedes did.
The Swedish were like, we're gonna build an empire, but we're gonna make it filled with problems.
The Swedes could have solved the problem. They didn't.
Hon, we Swedes. Goodbye, little boat.
Please, Clemson, eat torpedoes. Eat torpedoes, Clemson. It's not gonna eat torpedoes.
Bubs, I'm coming.
God,
Wiggle
you fucking
Bubs.
missed.
Wiggle your fat, round ass. He's like, stop.
Pathetic.
Hello? Oh, I survived.
That was pretty pathetic too, Kyle. Don't worry, I'm dive bombing in a fucking strategic bomber. It'll work fine.
He's dead already.
Hey, kill assist. The Funso got him.
He's dead already, Arch.
I don't care.
Yellow monkey.
He's deader now.
Look. You're retarded. I forgive you. Because there's nothing wrong with being retarded, by the way.
It's kind of retarded though.
It's
How
kind
about
of
that? Now, before you wandered us off onto the topic of child pornography, Kyle, which I'm keeping an eye on you from now on, let's get back to why slavery is entirely okay so long as you're doing it in the biblical context. You see, it turns out that if you give the slaves one out of two options to either A, die, or B, be a slave, you have now justified slavery because it is the moral option.
Well,
Slavery is actually legal in the US.
is it?
Yep.
Bubbles, you and your big brain. You're like, baby boy.
It actually is.
Yeah, prove it.
Have you ever read your Constitution, Kyle?
I don't need to. They're like, what? I'm kidding, Bubbles. Now tell chat what specifically. Oh, I unlocked that boat.
If they're incarcerated, it's totally illegal to enslave them. The
I believe in certain states, it's also on their behalf, which I think is, if anything, an even bigger fuck you.
Because the Constitution only prohibits slavery for people who aren't imprisoned.
I mean, I don't see any problems with this.
We gotta work them to death, boys. Gunny Harlequin donates 5 Canadian bucks to say, okay, I open just to here, misspelled here, by the way. You have just legalized slavery. It's the only option. He says, I'm home. You are home. Welcome home. Now,
Don't worry about that. If you've arrived at the slavery part, you missed Kyle's confession.
confession.
Which was a lot worse.
Bubbles, I think he's narrative crafting again.
I mean, there was
No, he always is.
some strange discussions going on.
Yeah,
about
I
pizza
believe
and
what
stuff.
you were doing
Struggles
was
are
admission.
consensual, okay? Because
Well-
if one partner role plays, the other partner's just role playing really well.
Yes, and this argument is made all the better when Kyle then went on to compare himself to a bread tuber, insinuating that his role-playing partners were also apparently just out of kindergarten.
Look,
No.
I want to become a bread tuber. They get
Kyle
the
likes the
clicks.
mold, I see.
Listen, they get the
Hey,
clicks.
hey, little honey, would you like to role-play with me? I'll give you a lollipop.
And secondly, no, they don't do children. They do trolls. Haven't you heard? I can't. Come on. Come on. The troll. The big
The troll?
fat thing. The big round thing behind the guy with the beard.
Behind the
Everyone?
Kyle, are you feeling okay?
Oh. Come on, Chad. You got the reference.
I know what you're talking about, but no one wants to do that.
Yeah, and
Well,
also it was
that's
an
what
ogre,
bread
I
tubers-
think, not a troll.
Okay, good. You all know.
You can't fast travel with enemies nearby.
Oh, you know what we should all do? We should play Skyrim co-op. That'll be grand.
I'll do something.
It has a co-op
The
mod.
thing is,
Bottom
I
part.
tried Skyrim again a little while ago with just a fuck ton of mods, and boy, the game did not age well. Because to begin with, I was really impressed with all of the little touches and details that I'd added, and they did a good job with that. Like, if you drop something, a child will run up to you and be like, "Hey, did you drop this?" That was a cool touch the first time around. But playing it for the second time, you really realize how hollow and lifeless the world is, and how lacking in immersion it is.
See, I just remember the first mistake that I made in Skyrim. I kicked a chicken.
No. No.
They did not forgive that mistake.
See, you should have known that from Ocarina of Time. Don't attack the chickens. Chickens.
Like, ah,
Why are we
chicken
going this
back.
direction, Kyle, by the way?
And they're just
I
like,
don't
Because Kyle's
know.
an idiot, and you're
Okay.
following him. Bubbles.
Why are you all
Well,
over
see, I just
there?
want to go in between these islands here, because it might be slightly safer, or it might get me killed. I'm not entirely certain which
I'm going
one
here for cover, actually.
Because I need to get in close, otherwise this boat is worthless. If I
Honestly,
can't
this
get in
isn't-
close, then I can't get any kills.
This is a little bit of a longer way to take, but
I
you'll be
also
able
see
to
a
close
light,
the
though.
distance a little bit. Oh.
There's only one, though, which is like a record or something.
Look, it's a castle. Somebody built a castle on that island. I was like, I'm gonna live here.
Where?
Right in front of me. See it? There's a big castle up there with pointy bits. Pointy nipples.
If my guns didn't want to fire into the stratosphere, I tried to shoot it, but...
What's wrong, little Italian? He's like,
Okay, this is a range I can work with.
This British boat should theoretically be so good with twin 40 mils in this tier, but both of them fire at slightly different velocities, meaning it's literally impossible to get both guns on fucking target.
Nice.
What's wrong, enemy boat?
God help me. Even I can't even hit the Ellis with these guns.
I hate the
Oh my god,
LSs.
it's another Ellis.
Oh, kill
Okay,
it.
20 millimeters, come here. The two of you are gonna get well acquainted.
He's dead.
Oh, assuming
Oh
I didn't even
Jesus,
get a hit.
Leichter. And that's me just
Yeah, that's
instantaneously
Leichter.
dead,
There's
isn't
the
it?
Leichter.
Is that a plane?
Is that two Leichters? Holy good God, that's excellent.
You missed, you cunt. He's like, meow.
Okay, I'll change the flak rounds.
Gun, turn, 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 turn. What are you doing?
Well, I hope the flak rounds can hit the R-boot hard.
I died. Pump, pump, pump. You
Yeah, I
did.
can.
Nice.
No! Why? Finally. Finally, the Reaper has decided to solve all of our problems. Thank God.
What's got him this time?
It's my spit again. It's not even food.
This is one of the reasons why I'm a firm believer in Darwinism, because clearly he's trying to finish off Kyle, but he's never quite getting there.
Well, let's reload.
We all better.
Well. Fucking
What?
hell, really, Leister, you survived the artillery barrage. Okie dokie then.
Leaster, no! Missed. I didn't kill him.
Kyle, stop it.
I can't stop.
This is absolutely suicide on my part, but here we go.
That's right, you tracked that message, knowing you tracked it. He's like, oh shit.
I think that's a bad direction for you to go in, because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them over there.
Don't worry, there's
That's
two
why I'm
of
trying to go
us.
slow.
And they'd have 2 Leichters, actually. Lovely, 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 lovely.
There's a goddamn Leicester. 9.
Goddamn, hit the fucking ammo, please.
Bubbles, you gotta kill it, Bubs.
I'm trying to hit its ammo.
Bubs are gonna die, Bubs. Camera left.
Oh my god.
Hitting this thing is remarkably difficult.
Hitting the Lash is super easy. Doing any damage to it is impossible.
I died. That means Pork and Bubbins did it. Otherwise known as Chorky, Chunky, Chunkinator Bub. That's right, Disco. Try not to choke. It's like, oh shit,
not
what's happening
choking.
to Disco?
I'm trying to bomb the AA ferries, but I'm the only thing flying, so they're kind of cock-blocking me with just a constant stream of pinpoint accurate fucking AA.
I'll open my bomber, see if I can honk out something.
No.
Because
I
unlike the
don't.
Wellington, I'm actually fast.
Well,
Well, Wellington is a pretty sad bomber.
I see a
no.
river armor boat. Is that a Sukote? It is a Sukote. Carl, kill it.
I'm dead.
Bring in a plane then.
I'm out of stuff.
Oh.
I'm in the first place at the moment. But, I burned through my stuff.
Hits, no kill.
Look at this French Barch. Or British, or whatever. What's wrong? Aren't your plane not looking so good? Help. Swiss cheese.
Well, Leish gone at least. Well, one of them.
One of them indeed, yes.
Because there's another one just hiding behind the island. They can get him. It's not a problem. Just need to wait for my bomb.
Like 1917, $25, a question for Barch. Can a blank become a space marine? And if so, how effective would they be against the forces of chaos?
Literally, the Grey Knights.
Ah. Deus
The
Ex
Grey
Machina.
Knights use blanks all the time, but not really as space marines. The Inquisition used them too, of course. But they would be very, very effective. But they're way too fucking rare. I don't even know if they would... Probably too. They would never actually get them to go through the transformation. Just because it's way too fucking risky.
How many would die? And how rare are blanks to begin with?
Unfathomably. Like, a Psyker's like 1 in a billion. A blank is 1 in a billion on top of that again. So they would be way, way too valuable to try out
Considering
for
how many people
Space
die
Marines.
when they become a spunk marine, there'd be like none.
Yep, way too valuable. Do you have any fighters, by the way? No?
We have a P-36 that's doing nothing useful.
Okay, because I'm currently dogfighting a BF-109 in a fucking Wellington, and it's not going
Ah, they have a
great.
Schwer out, by the way.
Okay. I've got 7 seconds. I'll try to... I'm dead, so I'm just gonna go for him.
We have an SU-2, a JU-87, and BF-109 at the moment.
I should have the shredder. Yeah, he's dead.
Good.
Nice. Thank you for the donation. There's Bubs. He's diving.
Jay is probably going to get that.
Yep.
I believe there was an experiment to try and manufacture blanks as well at some point.
Sounds like it went remarkably well.
Not really.
Perfectly fine. I'm going to hop in a boat. Grab the one with the flaky capability. Because I feel like we could use it at this point.
Uh-oh, shit. Yep.
Yep.
I got fucked. I could either attack the aircraft, killing me, or the boat, killing me. It's like, yep, you dead regardless.
Oh my god, these flak runs just don't hit.
There. We did it.
Well,
You won.
I got terror, so that's something, I guess. Not a bad match to use my 150% on either. All in all.
You don't say, Bubs.
Ooh, I got a new plane.
Oof. What's up?
I'd like that main caliber reload speed, but I need more XP for that. Well, time to use my 30% boosters for 10 matches, which is not bad.
My God. Barch, did you ever play a game called Spec Ops: The Line?
Just a tiny little bit of it.
I recently stumbled into it because people are like, it's really good. Played it for about 3 hours before while waiting for pizza. And I was like, you know, this is actually pretty good. Pretty well written. Written. Pronunciation. Now look. Disco. I know you like to not hit the ready button. So, wait.
Oh my, I love the
I had a new plane that I had to look at.
I don't want excuses. I want
Well,
results.
does it fly?
I don't care what you want.
You do care, though.
I don't know.
You do. Now, the Grizzly donates $5 and say, hey, kids. I assume he means Kibs, but I don't know. That happens so often. Hey, kids. If you have a roll of any game, what would you choose and why? Like
Like
dice?
an egg roll?
Like a roll as in dice, or like a roll as in like...
I presume roll as in class.
Yeah, that's what I think he means. Like a class in any game. I want to be the guy that's like the comical, whimsical support dude in like the game. Like it can be any game, right? So it can be like a shooter, right? So like I want to be the support guy on the radio who's not in danger. And basically just says
So you
whimsical
want to be
lines.
that crippled chick from Batman?
No, the
I
guy's
think
not
he wants to be
crippled.
the first guy who dies in the Predator.
That's not the guy who dies in the video game, though. He's like, hey there, Ace, keep it up. And then he's, you know, fine. And he's in the sequel. He might die in the sequel, but he's at least gonna make it the first game.
That sounds dumb.
He also is not in any present danger because he's not getting shot at.
I would be a rocker boy because Keanu Reeves told me that they apparently get mad pussy. And they get to shoot people randomly with no consequences whatsoever. Live, on stage.
Is that a role in a game?
Well, yes, Rocker Boy is literally a fucking role.
Rocket boy.
Rocker.
Being a rocker.
As in
boy.
music.
No, I don't want to be a black man in a horror movie. Because it's normally just a ticking time bomb till I die.
What about the blonde girl in a horror movie?
It's also a ticking time bomb before I either A, die, B, get murdered while trying to bang somebody, or C, survive to be the main character's bitch or something like that.
No, it's often survived to be the main character in the next movie.
Is it?
That's often is the case, yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't watch a lot of horror movies.
Don't do.
I don't either because they tend to be rather horrible.
Alien and Aliens was alright. And then,
Aliens isn't exactly horror.
Aliens isn't really horror. It's more of an action flick.
That's entirely an action flick.
Yeah, it is. Which, honestly, if you do a horror movie about, like, some aliens, like Dead Space 1, necromorphs are scary. And it's like, oh, no. They make another game, and of course it's going to be more action-oriented. Because, well, you know, you kind of know the necromorphs are not.
See,
they're not as scary.
they could make like a Dead Space-ish game, movie. And this time they could actually make the necromorphs what they're supposed to be. Like, if you cut off the hand is still going to try to get you. If you cut off just the tiniest bit, that tiny piece is still going to try to get you.
Yeah, that's the crazy things. Thank you for the donation, Viking Kiwi. Because necromorphs in the Dead Space franchise You can't, like, you blow off their arm, every bit of every cell is still active until you burn it to a cinder. Meaning that if you shoot off like a finger, that finger is still operative, but it's not really a danger anymore. That's
It can't
why,
do much, but it's still going to try to get you. Emphasis on try.
because technically in the lore, like, you blow off their legs and limbs, and the idea behind that is actually you're just doing that to slow it down, so that you can get on with your mission. Necromorphs are kind of creepy when you actually read into it. It also isn't fair because they get that bullshit thing where no matter what, you're going to lose anyways. Because if you're constantly within exposure, you're going to go insane because of the psycho thingy going on with that fucking markers.
Because fuck you.
You literally are, it's a ticking time bomb till A, you fucking go nuts, B, you die.
Why?
You're going to go to the Sandy Island Arch. Come with me, blonde bimbo. He's like, okay.
I hope so on SAP.
NDA3 donates £5 to say, hi guys, the usual tip coming in. I really like Badabor Arch. Keep it up.
You do.
Also, love to see all the suffering and the war thunder you guys go through. Suffering. It's only sometimes when we get suffering.
Suffering when Kibs
Kyle,
decided-
why?
Yeah.
Eternal
Why,
life
Kyle?
here.
Because Bubbles, I'm secretly in love with PS4C Chungu.
See,
Okay.
Chung.
the Eternal Jew
Don't
is one
mind.
thing. It has nothing on the Eternal Leicester.
Hey, you can't make fun of Jews yet until Hans is here because he's Jewish. Then we can get the free make fun of Jews card because we have Jewish friend.
Eternal Dane.
That's why Kibs strategically has friends in almost every race and creed and religion. So that I can be like, I have a card.
Well, it's good that you have a Muslim friend in Arch.
Allah.
And thank God you're already a retard, so that's not a problem.
Yeah. I mean, I do have brain damage. So there's that.
You are brain damaged, Kyle.
Wow, that's rude and
Living,
hurt my-
breathing, sentient brain damage. Responds to the name of Kyle.
Tank boat is enemy of state. Tank boat isn't just enemy of state. It is enemy of fucking mankind.
Tank boats are pretty horrible, yeah.
Everyone inside that goddamn tank boat deserves to go straight down to hell.
They do. Fucking hellboat, stop rocking like crazy and maybe I could kill that fucking
Nice.
thing.
Yeah, I had the same problem when I was trying to kill it. But that's okay. It blew up my ammunition load despite me being very careful and not bringing a lot of ammo.
The Grizzly Donuts $10 say, if you guys like necromorphs, then you guys should watch the old indie horror movie called The Evil Dead. The Deadites, the monsters from the movie, can only be killed by dismemberment. Good. Actually have seen it. It's more of a parody, but yeah, it's not bad. Necromorphs are actually more similar to The Thing, is what I would say. But on a larger scale, as if they spread more. The Thing is also creepy. I also hear The Thing, the video game, is actually pretty good.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
Hit it.
Oh god, there's an LS here.
Mother actual fucking... Gotta hit this button. You can't tell where the tracers are going because you've got two different forms of 40 mils, both traveling at different fucking velocities too. Ugh.
The plight of the Barch is
Very awful.
sad.
In other news, a remake of The Running Man is in the works, so if you liked that movie, you're not going to be allowed to for much longer.
It's okay. They already tried to remake Total Recall. Total Recall was
Yeah,
fun.
that worked out real fucking well.
The remake was special. It had nothing to do with the first movie. Like,
It wasn't even the same fucking genre, practically.
it wasn't even the same planet. It was on Earth, and there was some weird subplot about the planet being destroyed. When, like, the opposite was important, because, like, the whole point of the movie is, like, He had memories and he wanted to go back to Mars. And he's like, I want to have a super like agent fantasy. But it turned out he was a super agent.
Why are you not taking... Oh,
my God,
really?
Barch.
That's your fucking spawn zone. Christ, okay.
Come on,
See,
gun.
what was brilliant about Total Recall was that it was way more than just a dumb action flick, because it was constantly twisting, and it was contrailing in upon itself, making you constantly wonder, like, what the fuck is going on? Is this real? Is this reality? Is this fake? Is he crazy?
Is he actually working for the rebels? Is he a double agent?
Mm-hmm. It
Also,
was
there's
actually a rather brilliant piece of fucking writing, everything considered.
I like the movie.
Well, time to die to a light.
The best part though is the end scene when Arnold and that girlfriend and the antagonist's faces are doing like the eye bulging thing because the pressure. That was funny, and that was also pretty impressive. Like for what the little face is like.
By the standards of like 80s special effects.
Actually, when we watched that movie, I was actually lamenting about how I like old school blood effects in movies more than CG blood.
Yep, because it looks like blood.
Mm-hmm. And actually gets places.
Because
It doesn't just vanish into thin air.
Yeah, CG
Why
blood
I
disappears.
fucking miss 2D blood and gore a la Diablo, because it looked horrifying. There's no modern day video game scene that is going to, in all due likelihood, be half as horrifying as the first time you meet the Butcher in Diablo 2.
Oh god.
1.
Yeah, I won. That was kind of horrifying.
Leichter? Oh no. God damn it. My gun is not big enough to detonate his ammo.
I dropped a bomb. Just hope it stays on the same path.
I mean, he's listing pretty bad.
Fucking hell.
I would hope it's listing now.
What, the Mutsuki?
Well, apparently when you blew him up, you also killed half of my ship, so...
Well, I did tell you I dropped a bomb. And you did get
Oh,
close.
that's a tank boat. Okay, so I can't actually
15
kill
seconds.
you because you're a tank boat, so I'm just gonna die then.
If you can survive for...
I can't, it's right in front of me.
I saw your name tag just disappear.
Looks like this unfortunate son of a bitch lived a... No! Ow, 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 ow. Ew. You're going down for good this time.
Anything else interesting today?
Probably not, really. I mean, what else interesting happens?
I mean...
just about nothing.
Video game.
Supergirl is brown now, so that's the thing, I guess.
Diablo 2 is getting a remaster.
We already knew
Oh
that,
god,
though.
no. Like, I
After
don't
what they
want
did to
them to
Reforged.
remaster it.
I like how
Diablo
there's
2 doesn't need a
I
remaster
think
either.
you don't have a choice.
I'm not buying it. I'd rather just play basic. After what they did to Warcraft 3 Reforged, after what
Don't
they
worry,
did...
they'll probably force an update.
No! 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 They will too, that's the worst part.
I mean, it would be the smart thing to do, because otherwise people would be like, you fucked me last time, why should I trust you this time?
I mean, that's how even people that were like, I enjoy Warcraft 3 the way it is, and then they're like, hey, we're forcing an update. You're just gonna download Reforged and replace your game. They're like, no! I mean, Bubbles and I are doing the co-op campaign, but we have to, like, download certain versions. We had to download what? I forget what the version number is.
I had to download exactly version 131.
Mm-hmm. And then the game, every time it boots up, like, would you like to update? It's like, no.
Fuck off.
No, I'd rather not, game. You don't understand. If I press that button, you will be erased. You say, what do you mean?
You'll be broken.
What do you mean I'll be a waste?
Holy shit. Okay, so there's... Right, they spawned in 3 fighters, so I guess that's it.
They're kinda out of stuff, I think. Well, Kyle, I have a key 61 on me. Fix it.
Where are you, Patty?
Behind you, Ish. Vroom.
Fly back over me, bub.
I already have.
Try to, you know, come down to my level a little.
Considering I'm 200 meters above the surface of the water, I think I'm down to your level, Kyle.
I'm having a hard time hitting him, though, because he's wiggling so much.
Well, yeah, it's also key 61. They are hard to hit. Oh, there's a BF 109. It's gonna go in low.
Got him.
Good job. Which one did you get?
BF-109.
Okay. The key 61 is still somewhere? Nice. Way.
There's 4 fighters now. Glorious.
Oh god. My plane is so fucked. I'm gonna try to take out the destroyer, but the lag might get me beforehand. Or the AA will get me. I'm not sure which. Give me the speed I need. I didn't quite get him. Is that 38% crew and his rear is completely fucked. But the best part about the remake, it didn't need a remake whatsoever.
Warcraft 3 was fine the way it was.
Yes, like, where's the Warcraft 1 and 2 remake? Those games kind of need it.
One doesn't just need a, like, oh, you said remake.
Yes.
Okay. I was gonna say, like, one needs to be remade. 2, you could make a case like, it just needs to be a little polished, but I'd say it still needs to be remade. Like, 1, oh god. 1 is actually, like, unplayable. Like, by modern standards. I do not want to have to baby individual units in order for them to return fire. No thank you.
Well, that's the reality of the situation.
Oh my god. And the Warcraft 3 Reforged thing, the random, like, gender swaps of characters for no reason. And then the annoying thing about that was that wouldn't otherwise bother me. But the problem is, like, the voice lines are changed.
Everything is worse, Kyle.
Like, why did you change the voice line? Just make them say the same thing. And why did you change the gender? Just reuse the same voice actors and actresses you had before.
Why reuse them? You
Doesn't
can just clear up
sound
the
like
audio.
fucking representation to me.
You can literally just clean up the audio. That's all you need to do. You don't even need to do that. It's fine as it is.
Oh god.
You don't even need to remaster it at all. It is actually fine the way it is.
Yep. The only thing, you know what they could have done instead of doing that Warcraft 3 Forge? Release a patch which updates the cutscene CGI cinematic to being the full rendered down version.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Don't touch anything else. Because I wouldn't mind that. That cleans up the CGI cutscene the way it was meant to be.
Remove the horrible artifacting from the compression.
Yeah. Leave everything else the way it is. I mean, I guess you could release a patch that just, like, uncompressed audio. Well, maybe not uncompressed audio, but better compression audio, so the audio effects are improved. But even then, the audio effects are actually pretty good. Whatever compression method they used managed to be near lossless from what it sounds like. Wouldn't you agree, guys?
The audio is perfectly fine. It's nothing that needed to be changed. Like, the only thing that would be kind of nice is just to bet the cutscenes from not being compressed that badly.
Hold on,
Outside of
Super
that,
Chat. We have from Pleb of Reason donates $5 a best games to play if Age of Empires 2 is your favorite game of all time. Thanks for the fun streams. No problem. Best games to play if Age of Empires 2 is your favorite.
If Age of Empires 2 is your favorite game of all time, then the best game to play would probably be Age of Empires 2.
Yeah,
Yeah, play what you
But,
like.
but I'm
Lazy
assuming
ass
you're asking for
response.
games that aren't Age of Empires 2 specifically.
Like RTSs, alternatives. I mean, if you want to stay in the sort of like medieval theme, there's Stronghold Crusader HD.
Mm-hmm.
What else?
Stronghold franchise, Age of Mythology is also a good pick.
Age of Mythology. There's the Star Wars spin-off called Star Wars Galactic Battlegrounds. You can play as the Gungans.
Mm-hmm. That's just a reskin of Age of Empires 2.
It is. It actually is. It's kind of fun. Got some fun little gimmicks to it. What other games are similar?
Age of Empires 3 is similar. It's different, but it's similar. So I imagine you'd have tried that if you really like Age of Empires 2.
That's true.
Rise of Nations.
Rise of Nations. Yeah, that's a good one. Empire Earth, I hear, is decent. It doesn't run on my computer.
I never played it.
It's a little special. I think the first one's the one you want. Do not get the third one. It's awful. I ate 2 slices of pizza, now I'm full.
Coward.
You should have shared.
I would if you guys lived here. Maybe you guys need to move over to America now.
Why would we do that?
Because...
Seriously, yeah. Your country's looking at losing rights faster than China.
No, it isn't. Tiananmen Square's a good reference point for that. Or just like, nah, let me pretend that Tiananmen Square didn't happen. Look at him, shiny boy over there. Winnie the Pooh fucking... Look, he's like, leave my honey pot alone.
I mean, if we're gonna go massacres, Kyle, there's the list.
We don't have any in recent memory, though.
Don't you, though?
Nope.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Okay.
Have you ever had a Tiananmen Square in the United States?
A massacre or a government-done massacre?
Like, has the government, like, shot college students en masse?
Yes.
Yeah. Specifically,
Yeah,
the National
yeah.
Guard did.
Yeah, but that's...
That did happen.
Wasn't that just hippies, though?
Well, yes, but
They
it's
were
still humans,
protesting the
Kyle.
Vietnam War, Kyle, and they got shot for it.
Are we sure?
Almost, that's what they get for not supporting South Vietnam. Okay, I'm talking about legitimate.
Uh-huh.
That's the thing. It's like, I'm sure the Chinese would argue much the same.
No, you were supposed to
They
say the
were just
Boston Tea
hippies, though.
Party.
Rat-ta-ta-ta-ta. Did you feel anything, good Chinese soldier, when you shot those hippies?
Listen
Only
to
the
me.
recoil.
They were communist sympathizers. They deserved it. Now, moving on.
God's sake, Kyle.
I do blame the Vietnam War on France, though. Thank you, France, for getting us involved in that. France like, help, and then they're like, okay,
They
we're
could have said
leaving.
no.
We could have, but we're retarded.
There was no reason to even be like, we'll help. Be like, maybe they should have their independence. You
I
fucking
blame
retards.
JFK for Vietnam. Remarkably terrible president. Very popular for no reason. Oh, wait, no. Getting his fucking head ventilated made him popular. It's the weirdest thing.
yes.
He martyred himself.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he murdered himself?
Yeah, he
God,
martyred
we're
himself.
about to get some deep fucking
This is some
conspiracy
deep
theories here.
Kibspiracy.
JFK was not well liked, so he had to kill himself in order to get his approval
Yes.
rating up.
He was committed, I'll give him that.
JFK is remembered positively because he died on a win, essentially.
He's still retarded, though. Cuban Missile Crisis is his fault. The Bay of Pigs, the Vietnam War, literally was spawned thanks to him.
The Bay of Pigs was just America being really bad at being America.
It's like, dude, okay. Alright, we're gonna do this. We're gonna overthrow the Cuban government. It's like, yes. Alright, guys, we're gonna give you air support. And like, yes. Alright, let's do this. The fucking Cubans that we trained land there. And the JFK's like, I changed my mind. No air support. And the fucking Cubans we trained and promised air support are like, what the fuck?
Just a prank, bro.
God damn it, JFK is fucking retarded. Like, if you're gonna actually do it, do it. But otherwise, don't friggin' do it.
I'm sure the Cubans saw the funny in it, though. Like, haha, we trusted the Americans. The Cubans were right all along.
Oh my god, we were betrayed. Who could have seen that
It
coming?
was a horrible treachery.
Just another day in America.
Yep.
It's like that time
I
we
see
promised
tank
South
boats.
Vietnam. It's like, okay,
Tank
we're
boats
pulling
shooting
out of
at me. I
Vietnam.
don't like it.
We promise you 1 for 1. For every helicopter, every tank, and every gun, we'll give you a 1 gun, 1 tank. 1 for 1 deal. And then we leave Vietnam. They're being invaded again. I'm like, I changed my mind. Oh, you son of a bitch. To be fair, they were quite corrupt. But still, a deal's a deal.
Yeah, they were quite corrupt, but so was America, so, you know.
Don't worry about it. Vietnam was kind
Ow.
of cool, though. Because Vietnam, we had some cool-looking gear. We had cool-looking guns. There's a lot of cool pictures of helicopters going chick-chick-chick. And then getting blown out of the sky. That was also cool. You know, the
By
Huey...
fucking Dishkas.
You know what I like about the
Goddamn
Huey?
Dishkas.
I like looking at pictures of the Hueys. Specifically, like 50 of the little fucking things filled with little soldiers, and them just dropping them off and being like, okay, you guys are gonna die here. And like, okay, boss, we're gonna die here. So they died there. And then like, alright, we're gonna retreat now that you've quote-unquote secured this position.
Arch, I don't feel so good.
That's cool, because there's a tank boat over there, and it's gonna fucking kill your ass.
Don't worry. The Higgins killed my ass.
What truly exemplifies the Huey to me is that shot in, was it the Thin Red Line? Where they're just throwing water into it to get all of the blood out. That's basically the Huey.
No, it's not the Thin Red Line. That's, We Were Soldiers.
A hilariously fucking underprotected, under-armored, opened-door helicopter that was used to fucking dump people directly into hot landing zones. Brilliant.
Well, the thing is, the Americans had manpower.
We did. And we were willing to throw them at the enemy.
Literally.
Right. To be fair, our kill ratio is actually quite fucking high in that war. But that might have to do with the fact that we have fucking air superiority.
It also had to do with many commanders being very creative with their numbers.
Like, carpet bombing. And they're like, oh my god.
I
Operation-
reckon we killed 2,000 Chinese people with that bombing. What do you reckon, George? Yeah,
I
I'll
mean, the
confirm that count.
Vietnamese kind of backed up those numbers, though, by agreeing on, like, yep, you did. But they had a lot of people to throw away. It's not like... that was like peanuts to them. Like, meh. A drop in the pool. so
Ow,
to speak.
Jesus. That was a lucky shot.
What's the other thing? Operation Rolling Blunder. You know what's hilarious about fucking Vietnam War? Is when the minute you know Crazy Nixon, right? Nixon, a nutter, is probably the best Vietnam War president we had during the war. Isn't that sad? Is that sad or is that funny?
That is damning.
Is it funny or is it ironic? Because
It's
Operation
damning, that's what
Linebreaker,
it is.
Operation Linebreaker was actually a relatively massive success when it came to bombing
How?
the enemy.
The hell is this thing not fucking dead?
Just fuck you.
There we go. Jesus, that was 5 minutes too late, and now all my stuff is dead.
Yeah, I was trying to shoot that one too. It shot my plane out with like a single hit from like 2 kilometers out while it was wiggling.
Oh, that's a tank boat. I can't actually hurt that, so just shoot at whatever else is nearby. That is the tank boat in a fucking nutshell. It's like, I can't actually hurt this, so just see if there's anything else you can hurt nearby.
Mm-hmm.
Reload, you fucking cunt.
Fun and engaging gameplay.
You dead. I dead. Bob Schneeman says, you want to hear something sad? I had a panic attack in front of my mom. Instead of helping
All
me,
on top of your mother.
she spent the whole time talking about me being a burden. You all win. I'm done. How do we win? What do we win? What was the goal here? What was the goal?
And what was the prize?
Because I don't think there was a competition here. I didn't even think we were telling us sad mom stories. Oh my god. Actually, no, I beat you. My mom's story's worse than yours, okay? My fucking mom. God damn it. Little kid was downstairs in the basement, you know, just living my life. On my N64 playing...
You locked the door and you're still in there.
Playing fucking Mario. She came in there, ripped ass, and then left. And then she laughed upstairs. And she laughed because it was so bad. That it smelled so bad that I went outside. Could not stand that smell. It was like death. You do not understand pain, Bubbles. All I wanted to do was play fucking Mario, okay? I was having a good time. I was having a good time.
You proved to be weaker than her.
That was it. I was like, oh, here we go. And I'm like, here I go. Here. Outside we go. Take that, Bob Neiman. One-upped, bitch. That's not even sad. That's what's sad about it. It's how unsad it is. I'm shooting at that plane, mostly because I want to see if I can hit him. Nice. Okay, just sort of fucking disintegrated.
I'm trying to get in closer to all the plane action. Because I have flak, it's just I need to get close to use it.
The plane action's starting to disappear, little borbers.
It is.
Yeah,
I keep hitting them, but my pathetic ass fucking British guns just spark harmlessly off their airflames. It would be funny if it wasn't so fucking consistent. Like, if it happened once or twice, I'd be like, haha, the shell didn't work. But when it happens every time, the British humor becomes less humorous awfully quickly.
Archie's getting salty.
Hates
God,
his closet story. I have a closet story. It's kind of sad, though.
Did you finally come out of the closet?
No.
No, he's
Because I
still...
imagine that would be sad news for the gay world, I guess.
It was a daycare. And my parents didn't know that the people put me in the closet, but they fucking locked me in the closet because they didn't like me. And they just leave me in there. I had to go to the bathroom so bad I actually pissed myself. I remember that. Being so afraid of leaving the closet to the point where I genuinely pissed myself. As a little kid. I remember that. I think that was when they realized that there was something wrong. Like, why did he pee himself? I was like fucking, what, 4 or 5?
It's a tank boat. I don't like the fact that it's a tank boat.
Well, fear not, Kyle. In our modern day society, you can leave the closet in safety, and we will support your decision to inhale cock at every opportunity.
No. I'm not like Ketchup, who's actually in the gay closet.
Are we sure?
Mm-hmm.
Ketchup is actually in the gay closet.
Ketchup actually admitted to being in the gay closet.
Ketchup's not just in the gay closet, he's fucking slammed the door shut behind him and welded it.
He explicitly said that he will not come out of the closet. He's like, nope, and I'm not coming out. And it's like, you sure? And he's like, I'm staying in. You should have been there. We have it on stream, actually. It was the Toy Soldiers one. We should clip it.
I damaged the tank boat by shooting its midsection.
Shut up, Bubbles. That's less
Now,
important.
it did like 3% crew damage, but I damaged it.
How many rounds did you have to use?
I mean, they seem to tickle it almost every time I hit it, which is kind of amazing.
It could be one of the lighter tank boats. Not all of them have.
It is.
Not all of them are burst.
It is one of the lighter ones, but still,
Right.
it's just such a rarity to see.
That's
I
true.
think Bubs is just fan.
I need tea. I'll be back.
Fucking
See, the thing is, though,
Guzzlegut.
even though Hans loves the sausage, we don't condemn him for it. We just mock and make fun of him.
I mean, we
That's all.
kind of condemn him, you know, because he's a bottle of fucking ketchup.
No, I condemn him because he's a Juden, and you know,
He's a you.
not for the faggotry. That's fine. No problem with that.
I don't ever remember gay meaning happy as a little kid. I just remember calling the other little kids gay and being called gay. And then we laughed about it. I'm like, ha ha ha. It's kind of great. Joseph Kerwin donates $5 to say stay out of the closet. It smells like pee in there. Yes, it did. I bet it did. And I hope it still smells like pee. Fuck those people. That's what they get for leaving me in there. God, I can't believe I was so scared. I don't even remember why. I just remember being so scared that I peed myself.
You were scared that the big people would yell at you.
Yeah. Like, I had to go pee so bad. And I was like, I can't hold it anymore. I was like, it's gonna come out. And it's like, there it is. It's pee. It's pee.
Look at it. It's yellow. It's all over the place. See, I was a very different child than you, Kyle. I remember deliberately pissing in my daycare center's main room, precisely just to make a point. And the point was, I didn't like the idea that we were going to have oatmeal for dinner that day.
See, I never did that to be mean. Like, when I peed on my aunt's
I
face
didn't
when she
do
was
it to be mean
changing-
either, Kyle. It was a demonstration. It's
See-
like Black Lives Matter, just more important.
I remember my aunt babysitting me, changing my diaper, and then I pissed on her face.
Well, that was just
I
mean.
didn't do it to be mean. I just had to go with it.
Yeah, but you could have held it. What the hell?
Oh. Oh,
Plus, you gotta
diapers.
understand too. The oatmeal being served in my little kindergarten was genuinely pretty awful. Okay, it was. Ugh.
Okay, it's time for everyone to spill what's the worst infant memory. Mine is fucking the taste of boogers and the texture. I wish I could just forget it. And I've wished that
Huh.
for many years.
That's Kyle. Unironically, and this is a less funny one, my earliest clear memory was actually the first time I had one of my chronic chest pain incidents.
You're like, I'm having a heart attack.
Yeah, I've had that since I was like 3 or 4, and I remember my grandmother who was watching me just looking over at me like curled up on the floor crying. It's like, what's wrong? It's like, oh, it's nothing. It's just a thing that happens. That was the time when my little baby brain realized, this isn't normal. This is odd.
Maybe it is the thing that just happens.
You're damn right we have the advantage game.
Ow.
The earliest memory I have is being in the crib and fucking smacking my face against it by accident because I was throwing a tantrum.
Accident.
Oh.
That sounds about right.
I cut my lip, or not my lip, my gum, and it was bleeding. That's my
Accident.
earliest memory, I think. That would be at age like 3, if I remember right, from what my parents said. Like, you remember that? I'm like, yeah. I remember being upset because I didn't want to be left in. Because I remember being in the crib, and being in the crib is fucking boring. Oh, the boredom. Oh, God. It's like nap time. Nap time was the worst, too. Thank God for the Game Boy. Thank God for the Game Boy.
Look at that spoiled little brat.
Oh, the Game Boy had a
you
little
spoiled
light.
little fucking whore.
It had a little light. I could plug in the little light because otherwise I couldn't see the screen. What are you talking about? I had a Game Boy Color and people had Game Boy Advances, and I was like, what the heck is that? Because I just inherited what my parents
You're a
had.
spoiled slut. That's what you are.
What's
He
this?
is.
Then I got a Game Boy SP, and I was like, check out this fucking
Fucking
shit.
hell.
I can
didn't have
flip
no
it.
fucking Game Boy.
I
Hey,
could-
SP was
Game
nice
Boy.
because that's the backlight, and you could recharge it.
Yes, and it was flippable. You put it in your pocket. Fucking teacher didn't know jack shit. Boo.
My Game Boy wasn't flippable. It's like a
Oh.
brick.
Spoiled shits.
Game Boys are
genuinely.
awesome.
I remember like one of the earlier Game Boys, like the really big ones.
Yeah, that's why I had.
Being like, this is portable. As you're lugging like a 50-kilogram briefcase, we're like, Game Boy.
Not the Game Boy Color, I take it, because
I had one of them
the one
eventually.
before that.
But I had the like the original one.
Ah, it was massive.
Oh my god, I had
It
batteries.
was still fucking revolutionary, though. The ability to play games, no matter how fucking ass backwards and terrible, in a mobile device, quote unquote.
This one, Kyle.
It was somewhat
brick.
mobile.
Let's take a
Where'd you
look.
post it?
Post it
I
with
didn't
the actual-
post it anyway.
Oh yeah, mine was like that, but it was the Pikachu yellow one, and it said color on it. And it said,
So you had the color one.
So it wasn't like that. Okay, I'll post
was
a
kinda like
comparison in contextual. There. There's the comparison between that one and the color.
Yeah, I had that one.
let's take a look at what Bubowski posted.
Game Boy Color was cool.
Was
Game Boy
fucking
Color was
cool.
great.
I remember being a little kid and wishing there was a Starship Troopers game for it. Because I had recently seen... That was around the time I saw Starship Troopers. I was like, yeah, movie's cool. And so I'd try to draw the bugs on paper, except I was really awful at it. I still have some of those
remember-
drawings.
In school, one day,
Kyle,
one
try
of
to
the
hit
kids
the
was like,
fucking game button, bitch.
hide my game.
I pressed on a button. Keep going.
Okay, bye, Kyle.
Was he-
Okay, so, he was like, hide my Game Boy. I was like, I had no place to fucking hide it. So I was like, I'm sitting in like the sand thing. And I'm like, what if I just bury it? That's hiding it, right?
That's a terrible idea. Did you find it later? And was it ruined?
Well, no, like I just buried it somewhere I could easily find it. I wasn't that dumb. And it was mostly fine. It's just like a piece of sand had gotten into the audio, so it like sometimes made like sound. Mostly fine. Mostly.
Hide it. Oh my god.
I had nowhere to hide it.
Game Boys were so cool. Game Boy Advance was the best, though. The advanced ones were the best because they had games that were slightly more sophisticated.
I do remember at one point getting like for one of the later models getting a camera and a little printer for it.
Yes.
You could take
Oh my
pictures
God,
on
those
it.
things.
It's like,
Those
this
things
is
are so
awesome.
Oh my god, the GameCube got an accessory thing where you could plug in your fucking Game Boy into it, and there were some games that you could play with friends in it.
My God, you're all so spoiled. Like, we were poor when I was a kid. Nobody had
Shut
any
up,
of this
Bruce Boy.
fucking shit.
You just didn't know.
Yeah,
what
but
this stuff
I was that poor when I was a kid, for fuck's sake. Didn't have proper, like, the firm wasn't up and running. Like, my dad, too. My dad's a good boy, okay? He fucking built the entire company from the ground up on a fucking loan, starting with one machine in his goddamn basement. He's a good boy, and he gets praise. Because he's a hard worker. Like
March is like, I mooch off him, so I have to praise him. He's like, you take that back, Cube. You take that
Kyle.
back.
You don't get to speak on this subject, Mr. Employed by Father.
Yeah, we're both in the same boat.
Well, no, I'm not employed by my dad. I run a YouTube channel, fuckwit.
Kyle, what are
I
you on
merely
about?
own a portion of the company.
What do you want, Bubs?
You're in the SC497. He's in the FPB1102. You're not in the same boat.
Shut the fuck up, Bubbles. No one cares about what you have to say anymore. He's like, "Oh,
Kyle, you're a dumbass. What's wrong with you?
I work 10 hours a day,
Now,
7
watch
days a
me
week,
die.
and it's not my fault. It's Bubbles.
How's
Yeah,
it
it's pretty
Bubbles
dumb.
fault?
I think
mean, I
you
don't work that much.
I wish
Oh
I
my
did.
God, gun, get on target. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I don't work that much. Most days.
Oh god, I wish I had one day off. It would be
Well,
nice.
thank
I'm
you,
so
Kyle.
tired. I
Good job,
protected you.
Kyle.
That was very helpful, Kyle.
You're welcome.
Very helpful,
Your
Kyle.
boat will be sunk next to mine in memory of this battle. Bubbles, I don't want it.
It's rare you see somebody fuck someone else over that hard outside of Pornhub, and
Yeah, no,
a
that
good memory.
should have been uploaded on Pornhub, but Pornhub doesn't allow porn anymore.
That's true.
I guess we have to upload it on like RedTube.
X-Hamster. They still allow a
X-Hamster.
pretty fucking disgusting shit.
Okay. Next hamster then.
That sounds
Pornhub
so
recently banned Melody for looking underage. That one was good because Melody has massive honking tits, which makes me wonder. Kids these days must be quite the sight.
Big titty. Haven't you heard the term?
Disavow! Disavow!
All I'm saying is, if Melody is an example of children these days, then boy was I born in the wrong time.
Disavow! Disavow!
Why are you
You disavow
disavowing
all
ours?
you want, Bubbles. I'm still right.
NDA3 donates
Disavow.
$2. Say same here, Arch. They are so spoiled compared to
I
us.
see Elijah.
Oh, don't.
They are
fuck it.
spoiled compared to us. This is true.
Barch is rich boy. Barch has 7 cars. He's wild.
I don't. 3. And one of them's a work car.
See what I fucking mean?
Listen, the
I'm
first
just
one
pleased
moves,
mine
the other
starts
one
in
is
the morning.
old, and I just haven't bothered selling it, and the third one's technically like kind of a business car, so it's fine.
And I'm just pleased when mine starts in the morning.
Well, that's your
I'm
problem.
like, today's a good day.
I just press mine's button and it starts, no problems.
Sometimes I wish I was sleeping.
Oh,
should have
that's
sleep
another thing
streams.
too. Before they just banned her for being underage, which to be fair, they're correct. Melody's only 2 years old, technically speaking. They delisted her streams for what was it? Non-consensual restraint on a masturbation video. So, non-consensual masturbation. I actually kind of want to see what that looks like now.
Joseph,
That's
Joseph Kerwin donates $5. Say, I imagine the daycare workers wondering why you always hide in the closet. Meanwhile, you're crying and peeing in their shoes. Look, it's not my shoes.
Why does Kyle always go in the closet, and why does it always smell like piss afterwards?
I'm scared.
I'm
want
frightened
to go
about the
this
closet
way.
goblins.
Don't be a coward. Die in the front line. It's like, okay, I guess.
I have a slight problem.
Well,
All my ammunition burnt up.
right. Well, go back to a cap circle then and sit there for 5 minutes.
I'm trying, but I died.
Well, that's not a slight problem then. Then you just respawn a new boat, dipshit.
I think Bubs and Barch want to
Or a plane, so I can take out the Elijah.
Reading Bubs and Barch. Rule 34. Win.
There we go. Fuck it.
Barch X Bubs.
The British boats really have had me develop quite the hatred of England.
Yeah, Disco's especially. Oh,
what? I'm Scottish.
Same
Disco's
thing.
not even like a proper Brit though. She's a fucking subject species.
Oh no.
Yeah, like they don't even know how
Wait.
to make boats.
That boy, my sovereignty, mate. It was like, you don't have any sovereignty.
You don't. Like you're literally a servant nation under the
God
heel of the
save
British of all
the
fucking people.
queen. When is she gonna croak?
Well, her
Never.
husband's on the way right now. Philip was put into the hospital.
I noticed they said it wasn't COVID related, so I'm waiting for it to be marked down as a COVID death.
She's just waiting for an heir to show up.
She refuses to die.
The
Like,
thing is, she is literally sustained right now pure, unadulterated hatred of her oldest son's bitch of a wife. Like, she doesn't want to keel before that bitch falls down somewhere and breaks something serious.
Can you blame
You're
her?
the youngest.
Nope.
I mean, why not just have her assassinated?
Well, they tried that with Diana, and it caused a whole lot of an uproar, you know?
Wouldn't be surprised. Scully
There you
donates
go.
$5. Say roses are red, violets are blue. There's a wedding in Pakistan. Any cruise missile will do. Nice.
Let me stop
name
doing
is-
that. That was Obama.
My name is Barack Obama. No, it doesn't go word. Try to do the Cleveland show theme song. but with Barack Obama killing children.
Rocka Rocka Ali made an awesome parody about it.
We're just cruise missiling children, bro. There's something wrong with that. It's not fucked up or anything.
It's a really expensive way to kill kids, too. Like, I object on that basis.
Come on, guys.
It's humane.
Economical.
I suppose it is humane. I mean, it's not like they're gonna feel shit.
Black 1917 donates $4. Say kitty update from Disco, please.
2 of the kitties are sleeping at my feet.
Well, kick them.
Yeah, I
don't know
removed
what
the
the third one
shredder.
is.
Okay, if I kick them, the kitty will start biting me.
I mean, if I move my feet too much, they might bite my toes. It is a possibility.
Grab the kitty and squeeze the kitty bits out of it.
But why though?
Why not?
Because it's a cat? Like, we're not talking about children in Pakistan here. That cat has rights.
Damn, poor Pakistanis. Like, all around me are cruise missiles descending from the heavens. It is Allah's will that he strike you down.
That motor torpedo boat doesn't like me because I'm having an awful lot of AA fire.
Now that bitch is dead, and this bitch is gonna be joining him. Inshallah, motherfucker.
My tail may be gone, but I can still sort of fly occasionally. Ah, not with that gone.
It's fine, guys. It's dead. You can stop shooting the water now. It's okay. It can't hurt you anymore.
It's like Poseidon is attacking. Just be like that one Roman emperor where he sent like a legion off the boat and jumped into the water. As it like
The one that
sank.
ordered them to stab the ocean? Yeah, that was a
That
good one.
was Caligula, wasn't it?
The light for the glory of reason.
Was that Caligula? No, I think that was a different one, wasn't it? Caligula was quite crazy, but it was mostly sexual with him.
Who was it then?
I don't remember.
It wasn't Caligula.
I like the idea that it, like soldiers are stabbing the water, but then the water wins, and so it's just a bunch of floating belly up Romans. They're like, we didn't make it, boss. We died.
It was Caligula.
Okay. Which one was the one that created the entire naval battle for his Colosseum shit?
Chat says it was Caligula.
Welcome behind everyone else, Kyle. You have come to stay. By the way, we're losing.
We are. I'm on my last boat.
Soon to be your dead boat.
Why are 2 of our ships just chilling at B? Is there something there that stops them?
Yes. They're cowards.
So
Why?
what are you doing?
Flying.
Go fly over there then.
I see a Funsa. That they might be afraid of that.
I think Disco's joined ISIS, guys. He's like, Inshallah. And crashes.
I don't think they take Scots.
Damn. That's mighty rude.
Like anything but Scots.
Actually, isn't ISIS like basically a dead organization now?
No, not really.
Still going?
No,
They're just not relevant anymore in the news.
basically.
That's kind of how
I
the
mean-
news works.
Just like in the Ukraine conflict.
Trump gave them a proper fucking pasting, but you know how the media is about giving him credit for things, so, yeah.
Can't believe they
Except
named
Iraq still can't deal with them because it's Iraq.
Iraq like
Mhm.
we incompetent help. They're basically like South Vietnam.
Iraq are the sole reason why ISIS was even a thing to begin with, because they practically handed over half of their US military hardware to them.
Yep. It's like, oh no, there's like 5 ISIS dudes coming. What do we do? Retreat.
No, no, no,
Abandon
no.
the city.
Not just retreat, Bubbles. First, you gotta leave behind all of the fucking Humvees. And the
Leave
C4,
behind
that's
all the
important too.
military equipment and just leave the city. Let them have it. Let them have that. Let them have the stockpile. Let them have everything.
That's how
Imagine-
you fucking do.
What do you think it was like being a civilian? Be like, oh no, there's coming. It's like, okay, the military will defend us. As I see the convoy of army trucks leaving, like, son of a bitch.
Well, the beautiful part is, like, you'll be in the queue to leave the city. You'll be bumper to bumper, and you'll hear just a meow going right past you. That's the military convoy right there, just zooming past.
It's like, you guys are supposed to defend us. It's like, lol, no way.
Why?
What's it with allied nations that are supposedly good guys having coward armies?
Because they're not motivated. Like, the thing is, I firmly do believe the Middle East is not fucking ready for stability, peace, or democracy. They're just not. Like, these are concepts that need to evolve naturally, or they are not going to work. The Iraqi army, like, what fucking reason do they have to protect a democracy enforced upon them by the US? Like, what actual reason do they have?
But even the South Vietnamese, they wanted to be separate and free.
Did they, though? Like, how badly did they want it? Because if you look at it, the South Vietnamese should have been in a much better position to fight. They had the equipment, they had the army, they had around about equal manpower, but they never mobilized. They never wanted to sacrifice.
I mean, they did actually launch a few campaigns that went horribly, as in
Yeah, that's what I mean.
mass fucking executions. And
The South Vietnamese army was almost universally useless, except for a handful of special forces units. Because they didn't want to fucking fight. They weren't interested.
like, we'd rather just get gulagged than killed later.
One of the biggest failures of democracy in general is the failure to impart the value of their rights onto the citizens.
Black 1917 donates $4 say you should look up the Australian Emu War. You already know. More of a meme thing.
I don't think anyone is unaware of that.
I think everybody knows about it. It's just a big friggin' meme.
It's a meme, but like, they did technically, quote unquote, win. Like, if you look at the casualties, like, what were the casualties? It was like sprained ankle and a couple of MGs.
Yeah. Sprained ankle.
Like, they're just like, okay, this is retarded, this is stupid, this is a waste. We'll just build fences instead.
Oh my god, I just imagine the Australian guy with the sprained ankle. And like, it's super dramatic. The man's like, man down. And then they're like, covering fire. As they're shooting in some middle of the desert, like there's nothing around them. The Vietnamese wanted to be free from France, says Black 1917.
Yes, and they
That's
got
true.
their freedom the
Yeah.
second France upped and left,
The
at which point it
North.
was just a retarded civil war.
The North Vietnamese wanted freedom, and the North Vietnamese fought for their freedom.
The South were like, they were like, I don't really want
There were elements in the south that wanted their freedom, but then the French
Viet Cong.
left, and then it's like, now we're just fighting the other Vietnamese. Why are we fighting them?
Gosh darn it, and they friggin' we had to put a boat over there so it could get torpedoed. And even then, that's sketchy.
That shit did not fucking happen.
It looked more like Lyndon B. Johnson's like, well, JFK got us into this mess. It might as well be a war. Thanks, LBJ. You piece of shit. Thank you for a donation. Vietnam is cool though. It's cool in the sense of like if you look at like some of the designs militarily. You get
Which
some
ones?
Interesting things. Like I like the M113 APC, and if you look at it early designs, the bottom plating arch didn't really have any. So when it drove over landmines, it Everybody inside the VPC. Oh no.
That's just a long and proud tradition of the American Army.
They're like,
It's the same for the current day Humvees.
don't
The
worry.
Humvee is armored just enough to ensure that the bullet goes in, but it doesn't go back out again.
Humvees were never meant to be combat vehicles. They're supposed to be
Well,
utility.
no, they were specifically meant to be combat vehicles.
No, they're
Expressly.
utility. Hey. Not when we were using them in Somalia. That was when they were utility trucks. And fucking Bill Clinton's like, whatever. Sure, we need tanks. Meh.
The Humvee is meant to withstand 556 NATO. Ball specifically. Like the second you get anything bigger, it's like, don't really do quite as well.
That's towards the end, Cody, but yes. At the end of the Vietnam War, we saw the use of laser-guided beams. I mean, there's a lot of modern military testing ground stuff that happened in Vietnam. Like the thing that the invention of daisy cutters. The idea of creating your own landing zones for heli cavalry dudes. I forget what they call them.
Air cavalry?
Yeah. Like, just dropping infantry all over the place to secure hotspots.
Well, secure hotspots.
Well, basically go in, it's search and kill, and then leave. Search, kill, and destroy.
Search. Get killed. Leave.
There's a tank boat here. I'm half tempted to just ram it. It'd be funny.
Food Research says, actually, Arch, no, the Hummers were supposed to be a replacement for Jeeps. Yeah, that's exactly what I was actually going off of, too. Like, the Humvee is a replacement for the utility vehicle, the Jeep. Which did, yeah, have a Browning mounted on it. But, like, if you're using that, that's pretty bad.
If it's got a gun, it's a combat vehicle.
Still not meant for combat, though. It's meant to carry
Why is the Browning
supplies.
bad?
The M16 wasn't fucking meant for combat, judging by its performance, and yet...
There's nothing wrong with
Oh
the
no,
M16
Arch is
with
one of
bullets.
those.
There was nothing right with the M16.
The M16 was perfectly fine. The only thing that was wrong is that the US Army fucking loved the M14 so much they actually sabotaged the M16 by fucking up the ammunition.
They did. Wait, did they sabotage it because they like the M14? What the hell?
Yes,
That's retarded, and now I'm embarrassed.
the M14 was the Army's baby. The M14 was a piece of junk.
The M16 was a horribly over-engineered fucking German thing.
What?
Required far too much maintenance to be reasonably used in the field.
Actually,
It was,
Oh,
and
what?
not to mention as well,
after the crash course, the M16 operated just fine in Vietnam.
after the crash course.
Yes. They did a crash course in which they found out that the fucking something with the bullets was fucked. And after
bullets
1,000
too, yes.
rounds being fired, it would break.
Because they changed the compound in the bullets,
Because they did a big
and the gun just wasn't designed for that.
which caused the gun to break. After about 1,000 rounds, if I remember right. After they fixed that
It
issue,
caused jamming because it fucked with the.
once they fixed that issue, U.S. Marine confidence and infantry confidence in the weapon went back up. But during and before, confidence was so low that often U.S. troops would be reported to be picking up enemy weapons and using AK-47s rather than that, or pulling out M14 stocks. I have a lot of damage on my boat. Hold on.
The
Cody
AK
Davis,
is-
Pause. Cody Davis donated $5 say it's also now illegal to use weather as a weapon. In the Geneva Convention, because the USA seeded rain clouds for days, killed lots of people in floods. That's kind of funny though.
Okay then.
Weather
Seeded
control.
rain clouds. I mean, why not?
Actually, I find the M16 as an iconic cute gun look. It's like, look at me, I'm cute. The early
There is a
versions-
good design. It's nice and reliable.
I want.
The AR?
Yes.
Okay.
I
The
assume.
AR-15 Arch.
Yes, this is not the subject of the discussion, apparently.
The M16 is a derivative of the AR-15.
And yet, the M16 is what we're talking about.
Because it's the same fucking design, Arch.
The same fucking design.
Look at you nerds.
I don't think Arch knows guns.
I don't think you know guns. There are differences between the two.
Minuscule. Very minuscule.
Minuscule.
I died. Now, more importantly than your silly bickering, what else was used in Vietnam for the first time? There's a ton of things tested out there.
Oh yeah. a lot
Well,
of stuff.
everything was used in Vietnam for the first time. It hadn't been used in Vietnam before.
Oof.
Chat, figure it out.
My boat's on fire. I wish it would stop.
Yeah, mine too. I thought Arch was coming to help, but he just sank.
You know what Arch decided to do? He's like, under the sea.
I'm still trying to figure out this fucking boat. It's got a twin 20 mil, which is good gun velocity, but it needs constant reloading, which is a fucking pain in the ass.
That's actually one iconic thing I like from the Vietnam era war. Is as unit integrity fell apart towards the end of the war, you had units where infantrymen would just put random shit on their fucking equipment. So you have a very unique look to the individual soldiers.
Fucking weak regulations.
Wait, 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 wait.
That
You know what's a fun war? The Korean War.
was a special war.
That was a fun one. No power surge. I don't think that it hasn't been a thing. I think you're asserting things now, my dear little baby lad. It just became well renowned. You had little edgy boys not putting on flak jackets because like, hot! Which is fair, it is hot.
Flak jackets were also, by and large, useless.
I was there to deter shrapnel. Not much else. And
Kind
even
of
then-
reminiscent of the Conquistadores. Like, it's too hot to use metal armor. Just do cotton.
Yeah,
Cotton good enough.
it is essentially the same sort of situation. Except they didn't have an alternative like cotton armor.
Thing is,
just ended
cotton
up
armor
saying,
was
"Fuck."
plenty.
It was.
So
They
the-
didn't need anything else. That's why they did that.
And now
Yes.
it's like, I'll go bear shirt. It's like not gonna matter anyways.
I don't know why I'm going to kill myself, but apparently
Well,
I'm going to
no,
kill
it
myself.
did matter. Cotton armor provided all the protection they needed against their enemies' weapons.
No, I wasn't talking about them.
Whereas the flak vest provided diddly dick protection.
Yeah.
Not to mention too, like, the idea like, oh, it'll stop shrapnel. Shrapnel very rarely comes down towards your chest, does it? There's a reason why you have your helmet, and that's because airburst shrapnel is usually the thing you're worried about. Piece of shit tank boat. Die.
I died.
Oh, crap. In the process of killing the tank boat, I did not notice the other 5 boats down near A.
Yeah, I was keeping them at bay, but my poor boat couldn't take so much.
Nose in, tank, whistling noises, death, because fucking aircraft too.
Good.
Well, that was a perfect storm.
Yeah, I just got bombed too. But I did take A first. I assume we're not gonna keep A very long though.
I'm moving in, but I don't think I'll be able to get close enough for my gun to be effective before I die.
Goodbye,
I'm trying.
Cody. Good luck with work.
Goodbye, Cody. Work well. Slave well.
Gunners are searching for airborne and surface targets.
I mean, if we continue to push past the line and into China, we might have been able to beat them. But that would have came at a pretty hefty cost. There'd be a lot of dead UN boys. Meaning Britbongs and Americans, but mostly Americans.
That is correct. You were the ones who wanted the massed fucking slaughtering war, so you're the ones who's gonna be on the front line.
I don't fully remember the Korean thingy. I just remember we were there and we're like, oh my god, we're gonna lose the peninsula. And then that one general dude's like, hold on, guys. And then they like took it back and like, bitch. And then China's like, bitch. And then we got pushed back and then we pushed them past the 38th parallel again. And then we peaced out. When we started winning. Because
I
China
don't
like,
think you pushed them past it. Partially, it was restored after the war. Because the first turnaround was the naval landings at Incheon. Incheon, Inxing, Anchong, Ping Pong. Orchestrated by MacArthur, the man with the largest single ego in human history.
little emperor man. He was, I think, called the quote-unquote American Emperor, if I remember right.
Yes. Mostly because of how he acted, shall we say, in Japan.
He's like, I am Emperor MacArthur.
I'll kill the PT-7.
Where is it?
Dead ahead. Oh, PT-71, sorry.
We got a bigger fish to fry beamer coming in.
I know.
Maneuver.
Loading flak. Okay, he's dead.
Good job, Disco. He's dropping pedos.
Yeah, I see him.
I think he's distracted with me.
That's
20% crew
Epstein
left.
falling from the sky.
We losing.
Because half our team isn't doing anything.
That's true. Blame Barch. He's like, Oh, engine was puller, apparently.
Puller?
So claims the chat.
Chat is wrong. It might have been led, but it was MacArthur's operation. I'm pretty sure he was Supreme Commander then and there.
Yeah, wasn't it his plan? Because I was like, I'm pretty sure it's MacArthur. I've never heard of Perla. Cooler.
I wouldn't put it past MacArthur to have stolen all the glory for his plan, however, because that sounds like something MacArthur would do.
To be fair, there's very little that sounds like something MacArthur wouldn't do.
I like MacArthur. He's got that big fucking... Like, he's got that look on him, you know? He's like, yeah, I'm pretty cool. Yeah.
Well, I think we're winning because half their team is out of vehicles.
Don't worry, Disco. I killed him. I saved you.
Well, I don't
Tackle,
feel very
drown.
saved. But at least I kept him busy for you.
Justy Pullers,
Yeah,
USMC. Was that like a colonel? Was he there during the
I'm gonna
operation?
get back in my boat.
Did you like,
He was some butt boy who carried MacArthur's water. That's what it was.
damn.
Oh, look, it's a T1. How adorable.
The U.S. Marine Corps also has a very strange
shattered.
relationship with MacArthur.
They love him. They hate him. They want to make babies with him.
In the excellent book, which I recommend everybody read, the Cryptonomicon, one U.S. Marine described MacArthur's base in Korea, I think, as a palace built on the shattered bodies and souls of Marines.
I wonder what that actually looked like. Haid says Chesty Puller was the famous Marine general at Incheon, with a quote about happy that he was surrounded so he could attack in every direction. Ah, that does sound like a Marine.
It does.
He's like, I can attack everywhere. To be fair, they literally did, though.
To be fair, as well, it's like, ha ha ha, I'm surrounded. Yes, you're surrounded by about 5,000 retired North Korean soldiers, the old, the weak, and the infirm.
I don't think it was 5,000. Barch. And I don't think they were
Probably
infirm.
less, yes.
Leave it to Barch. Envious of our American...
America
Hegemon.
really only does good at bullying weaker nations.
Look at that. Envious, chat. Envious. He
There's
is.
also, here, I've just looked it up. No, that has nothing to do with Incheon. Fucking hell, you weaklings.
See? He's getting penis envy. He's like...
That's during the Battle of the Chosin Reservoir. Yeah, I knew this had nothing to do with fucking Incheon. What's wrong with you?
Damn.
Who not ready?
Goddamn silly ass little munchkins.
But it's Kyle. Kyle!
Disco, what are you doing awake still? She's like, okay.
I don't know.
You will be broken.
I don't have an answer.
Soon you will be nothing but Scottish angry rambling sounds.
Yes. No, that was earlier.
That was
Now-
adorable. Though.
Rambling and more ranting.
She was very upset. It was kind of funny. And then we commented on how funny it was. And then she got madder. Look at that chat. That's right. Acknowledge this fact. He is angry Norwegian man, jealous that Norway's army is pitiful and forgettable. See, Archer's like,
I'm just pointing out the fact that you're trying to steal some glory again, like the Americans tend to do. We beat the Germans! Invaded Normandy with overwhelming, crushing military and material superiority.
I think you're just
Fought
jealous.
primarily boys and Volkssturm.
I think you're just jealous of our American might.
Meanwhile, the Soviets are on the other side of the front going like, yes, you beat the fucking Germans.
To be fair, we did that intentionally. Because Stalin was like, come over here and help. And we're like, no.
Well, actually, you were falling over yourself to do his bidding. That's what the whole African invasion was about.
What are you talking about?
Pussies.
Because he wanted the Americans to just reinforce through where he was fighting.
No, the Kyle making shit up again.
He did.
No, he wanted a diversionary invasion in Europe, but they couldn't do it when he asked for it, which I think was in 1942 or something. They instead tried to launch an invasion in Africa, where the Americans, of course, proved to be utterly fucking worthless at Kasserine Pass.
One battle. Look at that. He clings onto it, ignoring all the battles we won. Even the Battle of the Bulge.
No, you were useless for many others, Kyle, as well.
The Battle of the Bulge. The Germans were like, try hard mode activated. And then we're like, we're not going to surrender. We're just going to...
Try hard mode activated. Our army of old men, weakened veterans from the Eastern Front, and tanks out of fuel.
Yeah.
This will
And
be
guess
a
what?
fair fight against the Americans, and it was.
They lost. And guess what? Germany's like, we want to surrender now. And it's like, nah.
All the Germans had to do to make it a fair fight was to not have any fuel for their tanks and fight on minimal rations to the point where they had to loot American supply trains.
I think you're just a wearaboo now.
I'm just stating the reality, poor little guy.
Wearaboo. He's a wearaboo, chat.
A what?
A wearaboo.
That's fine. No, they have plenty of fuel. They just stopped using their tanks because fair play.
Wearaboo, chat. Brigade him.
What's that?
Brigade him. It's basically it's like, you ever heard of like a romaboo or a weeaboo?
No.
Okay, well, it's basically means somebody who's like obsessed and in love and infatuated with something. So if you're a weeaboo, you're infatuated and obsessed with anime. If you're a wereaboo, you're obsessed because of Wehrmacht, you know, German army.
Not so much.
You're obsessed and infatuated with German stuff. And we know Arch pretty
So
well.
you're an America boo.
I'm not
I'm
an America boo. I
confused.
never side with America on anything.
He is kind of a
You're a bit of a
bugaboo.
retard.
He's a boogaboo.
You're kind of a retard. I'm afraid you are.
You're a wereaboo. And I don't side with America on
Kyle
many
said
things.
some weird things.
Disco, mouth, zip
Yes, this is true.
it. Okay.
You should be shamed more often.
Chant, I don't see you. Arch is hitting the copium hard. Yes. That's one person starting to go after Arch. Come on.
One
let's
person. One idiot.
Join in, guys.
The simple
There's
fact
plenty
is,
of arch
if
to
the
go around.
Allies had invaded Normandy and they hadn't been fighting the Russians, they would have been fucking annihilated, and he would have been sad. On the bright side, we would have had more rights now than we have, apparently.
I don't think so. Authoritarian is...
At least we wouldn't be oppressed by Twitter. That's something, because we wouldn't have Twitter.
We'd have the Gestapo.
At least they'd be
Yeah,
honest
it's like
about
at
it.
that point you'd be like, God, I wish I had Twitter.
Yeah, I kind of would. I would take Twitter. I'd rather complain about Jack and his dumb fucking beard.
The thing is, I actually had an interesting little thought about this when Russia decided to be like, no, we're actually going to sue these companies if they censor our citizens. The difference in censorship is primarily in those countries like Russia. The censorship is on the political level. They censor their political opposition. They censor political speech. What's the name of that guy who recently returned to Russia and straight to fucking jail? Andre something something? I don't remember.
I don't know.
But anyway, they censor their opposition, their political opposition, all the time. Like, Russia is not a free nation. It really is not. But on the personal level, they censor a lot less than we do here in the West. We censor personalities. We don't really censor our politicians.
Better hope you're not gay, I guess.
Yeah, don't they have like a hard-on for hating gay people?
Oh yeah, they do.
It's spreading of gay propaganda is their law, where it's
Oh,
like you can't spread gay
Yeah,
propaganda.
which is just that just means you're not allowed to openly be gay.
Because like, on
You're
the
not
one
allowed to
hand-
show homosexuals on TV or anything like that.
You're not allowed to show them, no. But there's no law against them being homosexuals. They even do have gay bars in certain areas.
But that doesn't sound like equality at all, though.
No, it isn't.
Nope,
But
that
you've
is
also got
oppression.
the reverse over here in certain extents as well, where we have, of course, turned it into a hate crime, which is the reverse thing again. So we have made it illegal to dislike gays, and we will attribute your dislike of gays to criminal conduct. Again, it's the difference between criminalizing on a personal and a political level. Neither is good, but there is a difference.
Fix it. Oh, we got a donation from Joseph Kerwin, $5 reduce, says, you wouldn't get thoughts promoting their OnlyFans on Gestapo Twitter. See, I don't know.
Gestapo fans.
Like, the thing is, with Twitter, I can call Jank a fucking cunt and not be shot in the head. If we had Gestapo, I'd say Gestapo or cunt, and then I get shot in the head, and my extended relatives get shot.
Well, that's the thing too. Like, this is a common thing. It's like, Eastern Europeans that shoot them. No, they wouldn't. The units like KGB, etc., they ruled primarily through what you thought they would do to you rather than what they would do, because they too realize, like, if they just start hardcore oppressing people, they'll have revolts. And for a time,
Yeah,
there
they
was
also knew that they needed to make examples of people.
Yes. But realistically speaking, you could go against the government a very long time. They wouldn't care. In fact, if anything, they'd turn you. That was a favored strategy of them. They would just go like, hey, you did something. You didn't even need to do anything. They just suggested, because everyone did it. Oh, we caught you in the privacy of your home saying this. And like, okay, I did it. Okay, now you gotta rat on other people.
And those people get
Yeah,
shot.
probably did that thing.
Luke donates 20 Mexican pesos. Say,
That was
wasn't
pretty.
Yahtzee Germany full of degeneracy? I mean, humans are innately degenerate.
Depends on what you mean about degeneracy, I guess. Weimar Germany was certainly filled with degeneracy. The Nazis were. Wow, that was quick. The Nazis were. How do I put it? They certainly weren't wholesome, that's for sure, in the strictest sense of the word. But they were degenerate in a different way, I guess. Like, Himmler had a whole thing about fucking during moonlight hours, for example, to produce clean Aryan babies and such nonsense.
That's kind of great.
He was very much into just about anything occult.
The retardation in that kind of makes me smile.
They
He was
were
not
far
a smart
more
man.
traditional, though, of course. Like, they refused to have women work in factories all the way up until the bitter fucking end, because that was a point of principle for them.
Principle doesn't win you wars, though. Womp womp.
Pleb of Reason says, hey, have you guys ever heard of the Portuguese dictator Salazar? A lot of people have, and I've met many people who lived under his rule.
Portugal dictator.
I've heard many
Salazar.
stories.
I don't know much about him. Tell Bubs, tell.
I mean, he was pretty much a standard run-of-the-mill dictator.
He just killed people he didn't like, usual.
Yeah, basically. People who would speak ill of the government would disappear, you know, that kind of stuff.
Usual.
People wouldn't be allowed to leave the country.
You would love it here. A lot.
Why would you want to? That doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm. And of course, the colonies wanted their independence, so people were shipped off there to die. You know, there's the usual stuff.
Sounds fun.
Sounds like a pretty reasonable fella, yeah? Like, if people don't want to leave, obviously they don't want to leave, so they're being forced out by CIA double agents and such on.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously.
Yeah, no, it was a pretty run-of-the-mill dictatorship that people just ignored because, well, they didn't attack any Jews or something, I guess.
No, that doesn't matter either. People only care if you start killing people that aren't your own people. You can kill your own dudes as long as you fucking want, demonstrated again and again and again throughout human history.
People.
Boog donates 20 Mexican pesos. Who dealt better with commies, Franco or Pinochet?
Neither.
Who dealt the best with commies? Yeah, I wouldn't say either of them.
Nothing good about murdering people.
Well, now I'm gonna have to argue the case for that, ain't I?
Okay, feel free to argue for murdering communists. Feel free to argue that case.
That's fine. There's a man with a gun towards your head.
Okay? That's self-defense. That is not murder.
That is murder. You're just seeing
Self-defense is
murder,
not
as in
murder.
killing them. Now you're splitting hairs. It's like, oh no, in this particular scenario.
I feel like this is a very forced scenario, Arch.
No,
Try
he's
to-
absolutely forcing
I
this.
saved
Oh,
you.
it is like you can't
Thank
kill
you.
people. Yeah, you can.
I killed him.
You can't indiscriminately kill people because of their political beliefs now.
That is true. The thing about democracies is a double-edged sword.
Which both Franco and Pinochet did.
When you want a true republic, you need to be willing to allow even the retards to speak.
I go with Karl Popper's remark here. The only way you can maintain a free state of anything is if you suppress those who will destroy that state.
As soon as they take up arms, yes.
Well, no violence. Violence is all. Once they
Violence
reject
is
the
taking up
argument...
arms.
Taking up arms. No, because that's a war footing. Violence is enough. Those who reject the argument and take up the fists is disrupting the society.
So you kill them.
No. Ideally, you'll just imprison them because they're breaking the law.
You know, if you use ground target bullets on planes, it's really fucking effective.
Ground target usually has a lot of AP. It's kind of the problem.
I know, but it punches right through the cockpit armor and stuff.
There's hardly any armor there to begin with.
Yeah.
It's also great on
Usually
boats.
your 1 AP round will do the trick for that.
Where's our boats?
No one's in a boat.
Don't have any left.
Don't worry, Kibs will win the game for you. Nice.
Boom.
I think, however, they're starting to get awfully low on boats as well.
Someone should take B though.
I think we only have one person in the boat, so he is the one who has to take me.
I think I have some boats left.
Kill him. Kill him now. He did.
Oh, I got an assist.
Gunny Harlequin donates 5 Canadian bucks. Say violence and killing is neither good nor bad. It's all in the context of certain speech from Starship Troopers. Oops. From a certain Starship Trooper teacher comes to mind.
It's all relative. Violence
Come on,
is the supreme
boatman.
authority upon which all other authority is built and derived.
I mean, it's a
Come on,
movie
boatman. Take B.
written by a guy who thought the fucking book was fascist. I wouldn't take too much the movie has to say as face value.
Well, no, it's reality, Kyle. All authorities derive from violence.
You know what isn't derived from violence? Flight.
You?
Actually, wind
Oh.
is violent.
Actually, yes. No, your engine produces constant explosions, violence, which drives your propellers, which pushes the aircraft through the air, creating flight.
Pushing is also violent.
I think.
Pushing is less violent, relatively speaking. But it is still the exercising of force upon an object, and so violence.
Yes, it's violence over an extended duration.
It's actually been a while since I've read the book. I read the book.
To be fair,
Actually,
too,
no, I
the
didn't
book,
read it. I listened to the audiobook version.
the book didn't actually go that deep into that particular subject. There was only one part, and it wasn't Rat Check. It was a repeat course as he was going for career officer training.
Thank you for the donation. Joseph Kerwin donates $5 to say, when you vote, you are exercising political authority. You are forcing, or you're
You are using force.
You're
Yes.
using force, and force, my friend, is violence. Then that is why it is always okay to remove communists. Oh, that's see
Oh,
the
the
problem with
thing
that
is,
argument is
like-
I can use that on you now.
No, but the thing is, they already are. There was never a point in which the communists were not making that argument.
Communists are.
I think the best one that I read was I think it was in the Guardian, and they were like, Parliament is basically rape because it's on the idea that the loser consents, and we don't consent.
And that is democracy.
It's like, wow, this guy just
See-
made the case for parliamentary rape.
That is where the really heavy philosophical point comes into mind. Because
Now that's probably where we're going to drop the political conversation.
Probably for
this
the
is
best.
philosophy, but okay.
Boy. Let's see. Ready up, Disco. You're taking
Yeah,
too
Disco, why aren't you ready?
Because I'm upgrading things.
Long.
You're not allowed to upgrade.
Well, I am.
Carl, she's not allowed to punish her.
Arch Punisher.
Bring it, Bubs.
I have an idea.
One then. One
We
then.
cannot use punishment to
One then.
get our way.
Do not worry, Arch. You may not be able to because you're a weak Norwegian. But I am a American, and I can get away with it. Oh, he insulted my nationality for the 7th time. Oh, no.
Is that an insult?
Yes.
Okay, I was unaware.
You're also Norwegian, so you go in the same bucket as Barch.
Now I'm ready.
Only if it's the chum bucket.
That's chum bucket. There's a Barch and a Bub sticking out of a bucket. We need fan art of this, and we need it now.
Do we though?
Little dead fish on top of Arch's head.
Do we though?
They're both sticking out of the bucket with big fucking kitten eyes, you know? Like they need to be adopted. The bucket has a Norwegian flag on it. I think people would buy it.
Do you?
Yeah, I think they would. We'll sell as merch a plastic bucket with 2 little plushies. Doesn't come with the dead fish though.
I like dead fish.
No, you don't. You're lying.
Yeah, I do.
You
I don't
hate
like fish,
fish.
so I like them dead. That means they're on the way to rot.
God damn it.
Look, any fish that's a step closer to rotting is a good fish.
Why?
Because fish is icky.
Bubbles just a
But is
big
rotten
baby.
fish any less icky?
No, but that means it's one step closer to decomposing and disappearing from this world.
But it seems like it would be more icky when it's rotten.
I mean, I'm not going to eat it either way. I just want it gone.
How was that Nebuchadnezzar game? You ever play it? City Builder one. Oh, wait, thank you.
Is it
I-
out?
I had it on my wish list, but it's mostly positive, and I read some of the reviews, and it didn't sound particularly enthralling.
It's literally just yet another fucking reskin of Zeus, but worse in every way, probably.
Hmm.
It's kind of what it sounds like.
Like, if I want to do that, I'd just play Zeus.
It's one of the problems with a lot of these games. They just don't capture the magic. Or necessarily the complexity in some cases.
Well, Zeus was not necessarily an overly complex game, but it's also the fact that it's nostalgia. A large part of it is probably nostalgia.
People want to be. See, you know what's funny is we had this conversation when I was just hanging out with Cashew the other day, and by the other day, like a few months ago, we were talking about a lot of like other indies, like when they get into the market and they want to make a game, and a lot of them just like, I want to make the game I remember from my childhood, and so they
Yep.
just make the exact carbon copy, including all the problems it has.
Except it's also often a watered down version because they don't have the resources to make the game on the same level.
And so it's not nearly as good, and it carries forth all the problems design-wise from the old days. Because the thing is, if you want to make a game like, okay, let's say you want to make the most basic-ass bitch fucking RPG possible. You want to make a Final Fantasy game. Now, what are you going to do to make it better than Final Fantasy? Because you can't just make a standard RPG game and then be like, that's good enough. You gotta do something. Even fucking Undertale did something. Had unique music, had a weird rhythm boss battle system, and it was kind of, you know, the writing was kind of cringe, but by and large, as far as indies go, it was pretty high effort. Like, he tried to take an old formula, or is it he or she? I think it's he. And tried to,
I think it's both.
maybe, I don't know. And they tried to
We can't
basically
assume.
build up on it. I mean, I'm gonna assume anyways. 'Cause I just don't
Considering
care.
how
Right,
roughly Jim Sterling filleted that title for months on end, I'm pretty sure it was a they-them, yes.
You know what's funny is that they're working on their second game, and I think they're doing an episodic release, which is boggles my mind. Episodic
No.
release games don't do well.
It's not Deltarune or something.
Deltarune, yeah.
You also forget the most obvious fact as well is, okay, let's say you remake the favorite game of your childhood, right? Okay, and you do everything right. You don't bring over any of the errors even either. You make a as good, if indeed not superior version. That is now a version of a game that is a decade fucking old. Like, it's just outdated, horribly so. And the only reason why we still play Zeus is because it was the game of our childhood.
Yep.
If somebody made just Zeus, again, exactly the same game, I still wouldn't play that over Zeus.
It is difficult. See, it was
That is one of the reasons why I actually do believe also that remakes and remasters do have a real position and space and right to live within the gaming ecosphere.
They do, but the thing is, like, when you're remastering games that don't need a remaster, it's just retarded.
Why?
Especially when you're
That's
trying
right,
to
just,
quote-unquote improve them. Just look at Reforged.
Oh god, Reforged. Reforged is a prime example of a game that didn't need to be remastered,
Fucking tech boat.
and they remastered it to make a quick buck and PR.
That was bad. Like, some games just need a little bit of touch-up. Compatibility. Some support for widescreen resolutions, and that's all you really need to do.
What about Five Nights at Freddy's? I don't know.
Torpedoes.
I barely know anything about that IP. Barely. All I know is it's streamer bait.
It launched 1,000 YouTube careers. Beyond that, I don't know what's the point.
It did. It did.
Well, launched 1,000. Launched precisely one, I guess, Markiplier.
That was during the scary game craze, where scary games were the thing.
Yep.
Not even scary games, just watching people yell loudly at a computer screen. I never quite got the fucking charm of that.
I mean, PewDiePie got the charm of it. At least his audience did. That's
I mean-
literally how he started. Just
Like,
screaming.
the only thing that Five Nights at Freddy's spawned that was somewhat interesting was Markiplier trying the, like, super hard run. It was like,
Yes.
just seeing the autism required. Because that
That's
required
still-
it required a perfect run.
Yes. And that's still the reason why I like Markiplier better than PewDiePie, because he did some really fucking hardcore retarded shit with that thing, and he still tries to do it a little bit.
Come on, play.
That and there you go. PewDiePie's so sweet.
That's pretty bad.
That is pretty bad. I mean, all credit to
Redone?
him, he literally created a genre of entertainment by yelling at his PC monitor. That's an achievement that no one can ever take away, but he's still Swedish.
Some members in chat are talking about their excitement for Resident Evil 8. I'm surprised they managed to salvage that
I'm already
franchise.
tired of Resident Evil 8.
I know. Like,
All
I'm not...
vampire lady. Like, I already have hentai. I don't need this.
It's not even a good... I don't even like the design.
Personally,
It's just giant titties. That's all it is.
Hold on. I have a point to
Why,
make.
Kyle? You have yet to given us a
Then make your
reason
point,
why.
Kyle, instead of
So,
just saying, hold
the
on.
Resident Evil IP, okay? It was going in dark places there for a while. 7 and 8, at least 7. I don't know about 8. 8's not out yet. 7, and I don't like 7 or scary games to begin with, managed to save that IP from absolute disaster. Because where it was going to a bad place. Resident
Where it
Evil
was
6
going, they didn't need ice.
Yeah, no, it was fucking awful. We played 6 and it was awful. I actually
Oh,
kind of
God,
like
6
5.
Bad. 5 was clunky, but kind of alright.
It's charming. I wouldn't mind playing it again, actually. I had fun playing 5.
Mm-hmm. Okay, bye, girl.
Oh, I did.
Just goes weak and feeble. Some people are excited for it because, you know, they're excited maybe for the prospect that the IP's been renewed. Personally, the charm I thought that the Resident Evil franchise had was the third person sort of like action horror side. Like, I'm not a big fan of the first person perspective.
I'm not a fan of horror, so I'm not really a fan of either.
Yeah, I just kind of like Resident Evil when it was like a little bit of an action genre. Like, I'm squinting my eyes right now because I'm like, I know that makes us the bad ones, Bubbles.
That does make you
Yes.
the bad ones, yes.
Because the original
And Resident
people
Evil
did-
never should have gone down that path.
I know, it should never have been
I
an
prefer
action
it,
game.
but it should never have gone that path.
That makes you the equivalent of me saying that STD isn't that bad, because at least it's more actiony than the usual boring-ass Trek.
Well, actually, it's more like we're when it comes to the Resident Evil franchise, we are the cancerous shit stain that is the Total War fandom.
Yes.
Like, that's basically what Bubbles
Except-
implied.
I am refusing to acknowledge that because I am specifically saying that it should not have gone down that route.
I agree.
I
Mostly
want
because
it
I
to
don't
go
want
back
it
to its
be-
horror roots.
It should honestly, the IP should be respectful of its actual fans. It
Yes.
shouldn't try to placate to people like us, because I was never really interested in Resident Evil beyond watching somebody play it, and then just reading the lore about it and going like, ha ha ha, bioweapon, silly.
Ha ha ha, shrooms.
Come on,
Gonna sit here and
BF-109.
slowly die.
I know your aircraft is fucking overpowered, but you don't outclimb me when I've got like a kilometer on you. Just give up. There you go. You're not that OP. Yet.
I didn't say RE7 wasn't a good game. Delinquent. I just said personally I like my favorite Resident Evil games of the franchise are probably not what the Resident Evil fans are, which is number 5, because the co-op was fun. Never really played 4, so I don't know. And I think that's it actually. I tried playing the remake for Resident Evil 2, and it was too scary because I kept getting scared by the fucking dead thing in the closet. I got scared at it twice. Or no, 3 times. I even commented beforehand on one of the streams, like, I know that thing's in there, so I'm not gonna be scared this time. But I forgot because I got distracted reading chat, and then by the time I opened the locker, I got scared. It was a bit sad.
I just don't like horror games at all. I've never seen the charm in just being uncomfortable. I guess like, yeah, you're gonna be scared now. Yeah, but being scared is uncomfortable. I don't like that.
I kind
That's
of,
why I have embraced Coomerism.
except for one franchise. Well, there's only one horror franchise I really, really like. Dead Space. I actually just like the dark lore of that universe and how dark it is.
Okay,
See-
hang on. Do you like Dead Space 1?
Yeah.
Okay, because that's the only horror game.
Dead Space 1 is the best of all 3 of the games.
Why has no one captured fucking B? Jesus.
I've been trying, but I've been getting killed every time I've got near there.
Dead
Yes, I've
Space
had
1 is
very
also
little
the one that
support.
makes me most scared. Dead Space
I
1.
think we're just running out of ships, generally speaking.
I'm on my 3rd boat, and I still got both my planes available. I'm gonna try to head towards A.
And
Psycho
One
Dad
final
asks,
kilogram
Barch,
bound.
did you catch that Eververse announced a release date?
shit. That was a bit too fucking spicy of me right there.
I don't think
I was
you
hoping
know
I'd get up just before my own blast blew my tail off, but no.
No, you didn't. You turned junkie.
Now, Kyle, repeat your silly ass question. I'm actually
Eververse.
paying attention.
Release date announced.
Eververse? What is an Eververse?
Psycho Dad, you failed me. Oh, you meant
Psycho
Subverse.
Dad, what?
You meant Subverse.
Oh, Subverse. I have no idea.
I mean, personally, this is just from what I've seen. The gameplay looks rather hollow. And I
It's a
get
porn
it.
game.
It is a porn game. But see, the only reason why I backed their Kickstarter was purely for the meme of it. And I was kind of like secretly hoping, like, wouldn't it be neat if it actually had good gameplay?
Yes. That was kind of my idea too. Like, I've based my my support, quote unquote, on the gameplay being interesting, essentially. Because that's what I wanted. I wanted a good strategy game with erotic elements, really. That's what I wanted.
It would have been fine. But I think we're gonna get a. Well, you're gonna get the erotic elements. Just say that.
From what I've seen so far, it looks like a... Like, I wish they had gone with more in the way of the strategy stuff, but it's not something I didn't expect, and I would be relatively happy with it, even if it was just an alright strategy element. So, I'm still optimistic, relatively speaking. If anything, what bothers me is more the fact that they started out being very, very clear in their priorities and their stance. It's like, yeah, no, we're making a porn game. We know people aren't going to like us for this. And they kind of turned that around a little bit and are now trying to appeal to the very same people who will throw them under the boat and already have. Like, I don't think that's going to work for you.
Yeah, it's a stupid thing. Generally, when it comes to your IP and stuff like that, don't worry about what others really think outside of the people that are already interested. The people who are interested are basically that's your market. If you ignore them and focus on a different group of people, well, now you're just gonna alienate your market, and then before long you're gonna release your game and be like, oh, we don't have any fans. Because we ignored the fans that did care, and we tried to placate the people who didn't care, and the people who didn't care still don't care.
And it's also just that their PR team were, well, noobish and were not prepared to deal with the situation that they got themselves into. Entirely through their own fucking making as well, mind you.
Yeah, no. That was a huge blunder. You do not, like, backpedal after you do a deal with somebody like that. I mean, the same can be said for the World of Warship devs. You don't do that.
The problem is, though, like, the World of Warship stuff, I can partially understand, I guess, but Subver specifically made a point out of being edgy. Like, they put it on their Kickstarter thing, like, oh, this game is problematic.
Yeah, but you're not even problematic. You're just blonde.
And what I pointed out, too, is in...
I mean, that
in
is
the like
problematic.
6 or 7 hit pieces that came out after this, which combined got less views than my fucking video on Subverse, half of them didn't even mention the game's name. Like, that's how little they fucking care.
Yep. I mean, it's like when we kind of had this conversation, I think a while back, we all did. Like, when we recruit people to the dev team, or when you recruit people to work on a project of yours, you're not going to pick people who are like, I think that you making a game about killing people is problematic, because killing people is bad. Like, you're not going to hire people like that. Because, number one, they're going to be like, I don't want to work on a game that has you stabbing people for XP. It's like, well, then don't work on it.
Damn it. I'm looking at the fucking scoreboard here, and somebody's not pulling their fucking weight, Kyle.
You mean Disco?
Disco, too, but I think she's above you, so, you know, Kyle.
I was fourth.
Disco. Oh, you're fourth?
Yeah.
That means you're literally below me then.
That was,
No,
Except you were
no,
fifth,
you're
Kyle.
below me.
Yeah, you were 5, Kyle.
Disco.
Take it back, Kyle. Beat ya.
Somebody's
Disco.
not pulling their weight, and it's Kyle.
Every time you don't side with me, a part of your house disappears. She's like, Kib is way better than
I don't
me.
think it works like that.
Kib is-
I think it works like that.
Yeah, where'd Disco House go? How come Kib House got bigger fast?
You carry on. I gotta make tea, and then you're gonna have to wait.
What's wrong, Disco? Are you gonna cry?
No, but now I'm gonna go make tea.
Good. She's basically going to cry, actually. Like when she's
Basically
like,
dead.
I'm gonna make tea. Goes to the kitchen. Oh my god, she uses her tears to make the water for the tea.
How
No, salty tea then.
Well, you know, Disco's weird.
I'm gonna take a piss then.
Oh wow, everybody's going to take a leak. Look at chat sitting there breathing. Little shits. If you want edgy, look at the Tormentor. Look at that. My flag blows backwards. Now it's forwards. Do not worry.
And see, here's the thing too. Okay, since Bubbles stops the philosophical discussion about the value of life that threatens your own, instead, we can talk about porn games with good things beside it than the porn.
Arch is like, Archman salty, but Archman also like hentai. That is basically
EXP cost for these boats is getting dumb.
Yes, it is, especially because you also pay the Japanese tree like the moron you fucking are.
I want to suffer.
He's a masochist, Archie.
Then whinge less about your fucking suffering, Jesus.
No,
But
fuck
yes,
you.
porn games can have really fucking good storylines. Muv-Luv is an excellent example of this. In fact, Muv-Luv was so fucking dedicated to the bit that it created a 30-hour bog standard vanilla as everlasting fuck dating sim game, and then dumped you into the alternative universe with the fucking murder aliens. Like it was so dedicated to the goddamn bit. It made 30 hours of game to set it up.
That's just called autism, though.
That's fucking dedication right there. And oh god, what's the it's got that unfortunate key animation, or not animation, but art style. Let me see, what was the name of it in Kiza Studio? They have that almost Clanad style to them.
Most ponderous.
I have tea.
Wow, what kind of tea?
Okay.
Candid
Tea,
tea, of course.
tea? No, not canned tea. What kind of fucking thing is that?
It should be
Earl
candy.
Grey hot.
That would be alright.
It is
Canned
better
tea,
to
though.
have loved and lost than never to have loved at all.
So I'm looking at my amount of battles. Like, the Type 5 is the one I have the most battles in. That's 105 battles. In World of Warships, I have over 100 battles in 2 ships.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
because your name's Bubs.
It's a grindy fucking game. What's wrong with you? We know this.
The Type 5 is a 1BR1.7 boat.
Yeah. It's a grindy fucking game. We are aware of this.
Bubs, we've already complained about this.
I
in
don't
our
care.
stream. So now
I'm gonna
it's time
complain
to
again still.
pretend it's never a problem and that the game's perfect. So Gaijin gives us a sponsorship and we can use the money for stuff.
I don't even want them to pay me. I just want them to shut their fucking pie holes and listen as I tell them how to make their game not suck.
What? I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about my sponsorship.
Kyle, you're too small to give sunscreen.
Gibbs.
You had like 2. One from a random Russian developer. It's not even sponsorship.
You're just
Yeah, contact.
jealous. You're just-
I have to beat the fuckers off with a stick half the time.
Mm.
The worst part is, too, they always send the checkup emails, like 4 of them, and I'm like, I'm ignoring you for a reason. Don't make me write an email.
I do, like, when I see an indie, I can't, like, even if they don't have money or that, like, I get contacted and you're like, I'll play your game, you don't have to pay me. They're like, no, we'll pay you. And I'm like, no, I understand. Every penny counts. You gotta be strong, little guy. He's like, for me, it's more of like I empathize with them because I'm like, I understand what that's like. This is hard work, and there's only one of you. Oh, you poor fucker. Those Russian devs made us play that mecha game. That was kind of interesting, actually.
That was
fun.
kind of cute.
That was kind of cute. I was surprised. I was actually expecting it to be bad. And then we played it and I was like,
Yeah,
that's kinda
it was a
fun.
lot better than expected.
Yeah, it was.
This is a classic, too. Saya no Uta. That is... It's a
What's
porn
that?
game, technically, but it's also excellent.
Brr. Brr. One day I will leave spectator mode. One day.
Never.
One day over the rainbow. Come on, hurry up, game. Jesus Christ.
One day I will spawn. Now, at least
It's just
I kind
me.
of like this map because you just start with a knife fighting range anyway. So I'm like, I can hit things. But then I die anyway because, well,
Grab chat by
Where
the
is
balls and
everyone?
squeeze.
by the time my rounds hit something, I'm dead anyway. 'cause
The
my rounds
chat
still
is
stuff.
making another good controversial subject we can talk about: banning pornography.
But why?
That's
Yeah, that's
ban
pretty much
everything.
my response to it as well. Like, why?
Why would you be a cock?
It's like, I don't want to look at hentai. I'd rather just watch somebody fuck my wife. It's like, what the...
See, oh god, tank boat. Well, that's gonna be half my fucking health bar gone in a second, I'm assuming. Yep, there you go.
bang,
50% health
bang.
gone. Gotta hate tank boats.
Little Bub, Little Barch, Little Bub, and Barch. Fat, the round. That guy
Wow,
beat
wish my
himself.
rounds could do something like that.
The thing is, like, don't be a cuck is the alt-right variant on don't be a, like, counter-revolutionary or a regressive. It's just, it's an argument within their own sphere.
boat.
Like, don't be this.
Tank boat. Over here.
Yeah, that's why I'm not going around.
Well, shut the fuck up and shoot at it, you little coward.
That's the OP tank boat. It's gonna kill all of you.
I can't do anything to that thing. Oh no, man, I killed it.
Dead. Oh my god, you fucking monkey. I can't do anything.
I mean, Kyle, in my defense, the middle section was already out. I just need to hit the rear section.
It's called teamwork, Bubbles. Of course, you can't do anything to it until we start shooting it.
Well, no, I was probably hit by an artillery strike in that case. If the mid-section is
Why
out.
is it
Yeah, something took out the actual bad section.
He was also being an idiot because he
the
was on the
wrong
main
way?
cannon. You don't actually use the main
Oh,
cannons on those
no.
things. You get on the secondaries. Like, those double 14mm machine guns will fucking yeet anything. And here's the issue, too. Like, okay. Like, there's research showing that you'll be addicted to porn. There's research showing you'll be addicted to fucking coffee, to fucking milk, to candy, to everything. There's research saying you'll be addicted to goddamn carrots if you eat enough of them. Like, I don't really care. Like, people get addicted to shit.
People with addictive personalities will get addicted to, well, anything.
Not to mention the simple fact, too, that...
The psychological addictions are just symptoms of an underlying problem.
Yeah,
Bubbles, quit using
much.
big words.
And that's also kind of dumb, but never. The thing is, as the
What?
males of the species,
When?
get out of the way, inferior female thing, we are literally biologically programmed to want to fucking soil anything and everything within reach with our horrible protein mass. To the point that if we don't do it regularly enough, it's just going to be like, are you sleeping now? Allow me to just... There you go.
I think Barch has diarrhea and he just wants to let us know.
Beating the good old-fashioned meat whistle to some pornography on the internet, I cannot see any potential damage in that, beyond you being just reliable to mental, psychological damage and being strange.
Being
Oh god,
addicted
there's a Clinton down there.
to the
Yeah,
Bitcoin
there's
bunch
two
is
DDs
a
down
good
there,
thing,
actually.
chat. That's why you should like, comment,
I'm gonna hop in a bomber.
subscribe.
Just so we
Wait,
can
Jesus.
not lose this.
You gotta do all 4 of those things in that order.
Oh Jesus, okay, hello
Remember
there.
to like, comment, subscribe, and masturbate.
Bubbles, it's come before the last part.
Oh,
have
well,
to
that's
cool.
fine. Okay, come, then masturbate.
It's just like
Fucking
the stroking their
Matsu.
bits, like, I'm not really
One
feeling it.
Kinda floppy.
Kind of slicked out or flopped out. Oh, that's
Worst part
terrible.
is too, you know those mutskis have spent the last like 3 minutes just sailing in a straight line from the furthest possible spawn point, purely because they know they're not supposed to be down here.
To be
Yeah,
fair,
they're
the
fucking
Muskie is fast.
It is, but imagine he sailed all that way and he just got dive bombed, Now he's dead. His Clemson friend is going to join him when I reload. Bitch.
Well, then I'll just take him out and go for something else.
Oh, you got him? Good.
What
Kill him.
the hell? Did the game just crash?
Didn't quite get
or-
him.
What do you mean
9%
crash?
crew.
Game's still going.
I'll finish him off. Arch got him. Oh, I got
What
him.
happened, Arch?
Yeah, something's very, very wrong.
I'm sure it's fine.
I just saw a ship sink into the waves, like the full ship, while still alive, just sinking down into the waves.
Oh, yeah, no,
Sounds
they do
like
that.
a wee bit of a desync issue.
No, wait, I think they do that.
And then I randomly died. And, okay, right, well, there you go. That was fun.
Well, you appreciate your sacrifice, Cal.
His guns will no longer torment the plane.
Wow, one fucking hit.
Surface targets. Aircraft.
A Metal Gear. Chasing Metal Gear. Metal Gear.
I don't think we're winning this.
You know, Kojima's kind of just an idiot.
Yeah, no, I can't carry, because, apparently my game is a few seconds behind the fucking screen, so, yeah, I'm winning this.
Good. That's good. Fantastic. Fantastico. What?
Now, what we should ban, however, is war. Yes, this we should get rid of.
I agree, we should ban hentai.
Archie, no!
Oh, narrow-minded fool.
Archman gets poetic when his hentai is given threatened to be banned. He's like,
Calling someone narrow-minded and a fool is apparently poetic.
I know, but he's about to get poetic when he says stuff like this, Bubbles. He's about to launch into a
Kyle, any
tirade.
No, he's just
insult
about to get verbose.
that is
Bubbles-
more than one sentence is poetic.
Look, it could be. If this rock wasn't in the way. Poetic, verbose, same thing. No difference.
Verbose
Synonymous.
is the usual counter used by people who are incapable of stringing together lengthy sentences.
I think Bubbles.
Or it's what you use for people who just go on and on and on.
See,
Both are apt.
what I notice a lot is I see a lot of people like Bubs is based, Bubs is for president, and then there's occasionally one person's like, Bubs is not a man of culture, because the anti-comment.
Yeah, because people don't like being baited. And they're like, I'm being baited. Help. Must respond.
That's
This
the
is
point.
true. That's why when Kyle constantly baits Bubbles, he just shuts up.
Bubbles doesn't.
It
though.
infuriates Kyle. It really does.
Don't side with Bubbles on this, you fucking mountain monkey. Or I'll throw you in the fjord. You're like, no, salt water.
I hope you got that cap point, by the way, Carl, because I just kind of left.
You lazy.
You have
fat.
no power
You
over
were
me
there,
here,
and
Kyle.
we needed B, so.
Idiot Kyle.
I think Arch is just mad that he's blonde and not a Chad, brown-haired lad like Kib.
There's a B-34 in the air. I don't like that.
He's like, yes.
So you're a mutt.
Having brown hair does not make you a mutt. Inherently.
I think it does.
And I'm dead. Bomb for like 1.5 kilometers in
Oh
the
my God.
orbit.
When this stream
Fucking
is
Bubs.
over, I'm gonna just go to bed. Bubs, we fucked up our sleep schedules.
We?
Yes, you did.
Idiots.
Like, after stream now, I'm like, fuck, it's sleepy time. And then
Not
I
sure what
wake
you
up
mean
at
by
like
we.
4 a.m. going like, fuck, it's worky time.
Before stream, I was like, I wish it was sleepy time.
Oh, god damn it. We should just have sleepy stream. Where oh my god, it'll be like that one TV show that did that. Except we'll all get in
one
the
TV
we'll all
show
get in bed and sleep, and then we'll stream it with a camera. And then
That would be weird.
it would be weird. Don't worry.
The problem is, that's the moment you realize that your fucking house is haunted, and then you'll have to move.
No, listen, okay? We'll all sleep on the same bed. We can sleep like separate sleepy bags, okay? So we're not like touching each other, 'cause that'd be weird. So we got little sleepy bags, okay? But like it'll get so fucking hot in there that it'll just be fucking uncomfortable. And that's exactly what it's like. And now I'm getting anxiety just thinking about it. It's like, God, it'd be toasty. Oh, I hate the heat. No, I'd be laying there. I might have to take a pee, but then I'm like, oh, but if I get up to take a pee, like, what if I wake up everybody? And then fucking, like, oh, shit. And it's like, Bubbles is too close. Like, I can feel his breath. And I'm like, no. No. I might need Bubs.
How long you go catch a bee?
The best part is I'll, like, fucking look. I'll look over and I'll just see Arch staring at me because he falls asleep with his eyes open. It'd be kind of funny.
Your disgusting fetish fantasies does not faze me.
Alright, sleepover stream begins this year. It'll be cringe, it'll be awful. We'll...
The problem is, Kyle, you can't afford to go anywhere, and I'm certainly not going to go to your hellhole country.
Well, look, I don't have a really big bed, but I'm
Because
sure we
only
could all
in Britain
fit in
then.
it. Okay, listen, Disco. I'm telling you, this bed, very small. It's going to be very snug for everybody involved.
We're very snug. Great.
We'll have to be sort of like, you know,
So happy.
you'll feel each other's limbs. That's going to be like, oh, weird. It'll be great. It'll be, oh god, imagine the temperature. Oh god, and then we'll all start sweating. The terrible. I'm actually getting sad just thinking about it.
Well,
I got
why
so
are you
busy talking
snuggling
about
that Clemson?
Clemson, I'm talking about snuggle time stories.
Shoot his gun.
I died.
Yeah, well, I'm out of stuff anyway. Every time I go on the boat, it's like, bomb! Hi there.
Just spoon, says Jimmy Stiff Fingers. We'd only get more hot from the temperature. Kibs will wake up pregnant. Well, some weird things happen. Kibs, you never seen the sleeping streams the boob girls do? Fuck, can you just like
What?
sleep on stream?
Why is that a thing?
Not just the boob girls. There was actually a dude recently who earned, I think it was $115,000 from just filming himself sleeping.
Fuck, dude. I'll
Why?
just sleep. It'll be called Kibs nap time. It'll
Why
be
is
called
this
cat
a
nap.
thing?
Oh my god. And then you guys
Because
will give
some
me all,
people
like, your-
are smarter
Yes.
than you are.
You're just gonna be
And
like,
they know
you
how
know
to
what?
use things.
Kibs is sleeping on stream. I just get the random compulsion to empty not only my bank account, my spouse's, and my fucking child savings account. Literally anything and everything. This compulsion just overwhelms you. Sell
Look
all
at
my
this, his gun's
assets.
being jammed.
Sell-
Hey?
Your gun's being jammed. It's adorable.
Yes, a new plane. I did get an assist on the guy though.
I just see like, billion guns, and it's like 2 of them firing.
My plane's also a bit worse for wear.
That looks mostly fine. You'll be fine.
It doesn't steer so well anymore.
You'll be fine. Don't hit the mast, by the way. I've made that mistake before.
Got a lot of assists this round.
Look, you can land at the castle.
Can I? I haven't tried.
It's probably not particularly easy, but I'm sure you can do it.
My god. Fuck, I do want to do sleepy streams. Chat, would you watch sleepy streams? I'll just like lay in my chair and fucking fall asleep. You won't hear anything, cause unless I fucking fall out of my chair.
Could always just set up a camera in your bedroom.
That's weird.
It's money,
But that's where it gets weird.
I mean, it is weird.
though. But money.
You're shooting at me.
Sleepovers were tame because we had our separate sleepy bags, okay?
Sleepy bags.
You know, sleepy bags. I'm not
Okay,
getting under
more
the covers with
importantly,
Arch, it's
the
weird.
Screaming Guardsman is asking favorite method of CBT.
See, let's talk about sleepy bags again. That's way more. So I'll give Disco will have the fucking.
No, he spent like 100 of those worthless Twitch points. You have to answer now, Cal.
God damn, you spent Twitch
That's how this
points for
works.
that? What the fuck? Why would you spend
I
for
mean-
that?
You just get them anyway, like for free.
Oh. He spent to say favorite method of CBT. The part where it doesn't involve me. Okay, you're not doing.
Kyle. No, that's a cop-out answer.
That's not a cop-out answer.
having a bad
literally the
time.
right-
It's very
And
much
he
a
also
cop-out.
asked for a method, Kyle.
Yeah.
Disco,
Method.
you don't even have balls, so you can be like, I enjoy crushing balls.
What?
What?
I'm confused.
Okay, Disco. If you were to put Kyle under CBT, what
No.
would be your preferred method?
Under
There you go.
what?
CBT.
She doesn't know. She's too innocent.
Is that the therapy?
Oh,
It's cock and
Yes,
ball torture.
Sort of.
No, I'm thinking
No.
of like, is it cognitive behavioral therapy?
No, it's cock and ball
CBT.
torture.
I have no idea.
Oh, that flank came. Both came quick. Jimmy says, let's not talk about crushing balls as he takes the nutcracker to his nuts. Look, some guys get off to weird things, but like crushing your balls, I just don't see the appeal in there. I'm
This
just like,
plane is not moving so well anymore.
I like the one video where a woman in high heels steps on a dude's cock,
No. Okay.
and then when
So-
she steps up, the blood is squirts out of it.
Why?
That was probably an accident.
It probably was.
But like, when there's like a wooden board between that, and you're like really pressing down on it with like a really thin high heel, what do you expect?
Yeah, that was a big
Like
oversight.
that thing just punched right in. It was like when it came out, it was like squirt, really big squirt too.
Why were you watching this?
These bubbles, dude. Fucking
Yeah, dude.
Don't understand.
Bubbles watches weird things.
See, chat appreciates it.
Do
Power
they?
Surge says thanks. I totally needed that mental image. You're welcome.
Squirt.
Mhm.
Coconut Tackle says, "Oh, I've seen that one."
Goddamn. Please stop, says Jimmy Stiffy. You know those,
Stiffy, just get high. It's fine.
you know those videos where there's like a thing and like it's like the Team Fortress 2 idle chat of just players
Yes.
talking to each other. He's like, please just capture the flag, and like one of them's like, so I really want to fuck like water type Pokemon. He's like, please stop, please stop talking.
Rob Rib says, "Bubs, are you eating?" Well, I hope you're not eating cock then.
Squirt, squirt.
Squirt, squirt, indeed.
Fucking ball torture. We haven't lost yet?
Oh my God, Disco, why are you still alive?
Was I
Disco.
supposed to be dead?
Everyone else is dead.
Why?
They've been dead for a long time now.
Why though?
Probably got shot or bombed in my case. Bombed every time.
Just
It's
go
like,
big boat.
there's no one around because everyone's the destroyer plane.
Yeah.
Look, what's ski? Kill it,
Yeah.
kill it, Disco, kill it.
Torpedoes on it.
It's a machine gun. Just go kick, kick. Yeah, double around the
I'm
island.
running
and hit it with
away
that.
from it.
You can try to turn around here and drop torpedoes on it.
Well, I kinda want the B point before we lose.
Ah, you're gonna lose anyway. Fine.
I'm gonna type for him.
Hashtag blame Barch is not trending on Twitter.
Psycho Dad says, you guys talk more about cocks than traditional Chinese medicine. I mean, why would we speak about traditional Chinese medicine? That's not particularly interesting.
I disagree.
Why?
Because a lot of Chinese medicine is also made from various cocks.
Yeah, and still not particularly interesting.
Well,
Torpedo?
you're the one who
Oh,
brought up
okay.
the CBT. Like, you clearly must have an interest
No,
in
the
this.
Screaming Guardsman did.
He's like, no.
Well, that's overkill.
That's good.
As you
though.
can
Work,
quite clearly
yeah.
understand, if the Chinese take a dragon's penis and grind it into dust and then snort it, then they will gain eternal life.
Chinese people are retarded. I love that.
There's some really strange stuff going on in Chinese medicine.
It's like, yes, just grind up the organs of this endangered animal. Snort it. Now your pee-pee gonna be strong. It's like,
To be
To be
fair,
fair, it's
there
not
are
just the
portions
Chinese who
of
did that.
animals that do that.
Yes.
Oh my god, remember the Futurama episode with, like, we need human horns? They grind them up. Sonny.
Tick, 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 tick.
Another zone captured. We have the advantage.
Are we shooting at something?
Right back.
God damn it, Disco, could you just fucking kill yourself already?
Oh, you
boom.
there you go.
There you go.
That's now.
Was that your last one?
No, I gotta play now.
Oh my god, help.
Should at
you
least
win.
kill something somewhere.
Yeah, I've killed loads of things.
Have you, though?
Yes. You can still see the scoreboard, I think.
It might be out of the match.
Well, whose fault is that?
The other team. And a little bit of lag.
Mm-hmm.
Kim Kardashian wants to divorce her crazy husband. Well, that's good.
I don't know. I think they're pretty good together. Crazy begets crazy and all that.
Yeah, but Jay-Z is... He's quite the brand of cray-cray on occasion.
Yes. But they deserve
Oh, wait,
each
no,
other.
that's the other one. Kanye West. I mean,
Yes.
wait, no. Yes? No,
Oh,
but
Kanye.
Jay-Z's also
It's Kanye.
crazy.
It is
No, they're
Kanye.
all crazy. They're all fucking crazy.
What are we rambling on about now?
To be fair, they are all crazy.
Celebrities.
They are.
I have never really seen the charm with most of the Kardashians. Like, when you look at Kim, it's very clear that she is wearing a good solid kilo or two of just pure paint.
All of them are.
I don't really see why you would do that.
Let me
Chris.
see.
Meme.
I like the
What a
blonde
mean
one.
one.
What's the name of the blonde one? There was a blonde one that was halfway.
I don't think
attractive.
any of them are actually blonde.
Well, details. Paint will solve many things.
It's very hard to figure out which one is the blonde one when it's a temporary state of blondness.
Damn, there's also a frightening quantity of Photoshop here.
That too. Tick 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 tick. This girl, why is still alive?
Don't know.
Suppose I appreciate the fact that all of them always wear see-through clothing in a kind of
Oh, I
sort of
killed
way.
it.
But...
Somehow. It died.
Are any of them good looking though?
Well, as long as you just look at their tits, I mean, it's difficult to make breasts that unattractive.
Something I can do very much now against these people.
Just bomb them.
I can't bomb them. I don't have any bombs.
You got bullets. Strafe them.
We already
Just
lost.
use Kim Kardashian's ass or something. I don't know.
It won though. I was first.
I'm not sure if we won that.
No, I won. My placing team won.
Which one earns the most from divorcing the other in this case? Like, is Kanye the gold digger in this relationship?
Doubt it. I might be wrong, but I doubt it.
What else? I'm just reading the newspaper now to find things whilst Disco fucking kills herself, hopefully soon.
She is dead.
Oh, good.
It's all about hitting the ready button
We're all
now.
just fucking.
I've been ready for a while now.
It's not my fault you all died.
Oh, on a completely unrelated note,
Knox,
let me
That's
just tear this shit down.
Somebody needs to clean his desk.
Oh, Arch is dead.
Do you look forward, Bubbles, to the reign of Sylvie Listhaug?
You know, that could be interesting.
It'd be fucking funny if nothing else. I'm
Yes.
I'm positive. I'm fucking positive to it. Let's do this
You know,
shit.
I do you remember that one painting? I think it was in Bergen.
Yes,
the,
with
yeah.
her naked,
With her
nailed
as-
to a cross. Yeah, that was good.
As Christ, yeah, that was that was something.
That was some fun.
Was that supposed to be for or against?
I
It's
think
still uncertain.
actually it hit a fairly good balance of both, because on the one hand, it insinuated that she was that she was making herself into the victim, like, oh, look at me, I'm being censored on the internet, I'm like Jesus. But at the same time, she was being censored and yelled at for saying shit. So it's a good balance. It's a
She
rare
clearly
piece of
is the
art.
Messiah.
Fuck, with the way that Fremskrittspartiet has been tanking recently, she might be. See, this is the kind of politics we're allowed to talk about, because nobody fucking cares about Norwegian politics.
It's kind of true. Like there's nothing inflammatory ever going on in Norwegian politics either.
Well, I don't know about that, but it's inflammatory. Like
Kyle, ban them both.
I know.
it's
Archer's
the kind
finally
of
corrupted Bubbles.
Ban them
it's
both.
the kind of inflammatory shit you see in like the lowest level of American business, you know?
Yes, it's like it's what you see in like proper rural Mormon Utah.
Yes. It's like when somebody called, wasn't it a little while ago when somebody, there was somebody just used a curse word against someone, like, then yeah, or something. And that was a full-on like front page news shit, and you had to apologize in the media.
Yeah, and it was the same like when someone was accusing someone of using what's like a good English word for technique.
Yes, that was it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god.
Look at Screaming Guardsman doing it. Another Bubbles story. What did I miss when I was gone?
That was a lot of good stuff. And also,
Yes, like-
let me just say this straight up here. God bless Jonas Gahr Støre. No one has done more to sink the Norwegian Workers' Party than that man.
It's funny, it's true, but it is also a banned topic.
I do think Norway should be annexed into the United States. Like, no!
Norwegian politics are special though.
If we were to annex Norway, how many states would it be?
Half.
We have
Of
like
one.
350 of the fucking things a little while ago.
So would we break it up into 2 states? We'll call it North
No,
name.
keep it like it is now. You'd have about 152 states. And we would decide every single election in the future of your corrupt little country.
I think now you're counting municipalities, not states.
Yeah, that's different organization.
No, we're gonna call them states.
No, Arch, this isn't about you winning.
We could
Why don't we
fucking
go
rescue
with
America.
townships then?
Like, we could literally save them from themselves, the useless little shits.
Yeah, and then we'll have a Norwegian king in power. And be like, hang in there again, I'm kind of retarded. And be like, God damn it.
Look, how about we go buy the Swedish king? At least it's
And to
funny.
be fair, our king's not that bad.
Oh
Our
my
king's
god,
a
there's
good
two
boy.
Leicesters. King is a boring cock. That's all he is.
Yes, and that is good. Like, a king
Like, he
being a
doesn't do
boring
anything
cock.
wrong, but like Jesus Christ.
Yeah, precisely. Like, that's all I want from a king. I don't want the Swedish king who's like, yes, I was caught with a few underage hookers again, but... well, you know,
Hey. That's funny.
For us, yes. Not for them.
To be fair, His adorable hats are kind of great.
Yes.
Adorable.
And
He
I
has a
would
serious
not
hat on.
mind
Kill them.
banging his daughters. Like, he produced some fine daughters. He'll get
them.
that.
Hat thing is absolutely wonderful, though.
He's a fun lad, he is.
I don't want to go forward. This Leicester's around.
You really don't.
Oh well, I'm gonna change the flak and I'm gonna charge. Let's see how this goes. I'm gonna go for that dark claws or something. Carl, don't get in my way.
I didn't have fun when I went over there.
Oh god, the game's doing that drifty thing again, or my aiming reticle is moving all over the fucking place.
And Archer's back there just having his own fun.
I managed to kill him. I'm okay with that. I may have died doing it, but I managed to knock
done,
out his
Bob.
ammo with the flak rounds. So that kind of worked, actually. Okay. I'll try to experiment with the flak rounds on the barges from now on.
It sometimes happen. It's also probably because half of his shit was blown up because the 88mm frag I was beating him up with.
No, they got an ammo detonation, so that doesn't really matter.
The guardsman on Twitch gave us 4 bits to say, have some gay flags. Thank you.
Oh no.
They're flapping in the wind. Flapping.
That was a nice cock, bro.
He did.
Is
the
that
bro
a...
part, but-
Oh shit, that's the tank though, right. Well, I can't kill that because some smart person decided that the flak barge was not to have anti-tank round in it. I can't kill him because he kill that though. Maybe.
I see
No?
rockets. Okay, one thing I will give the flak rounds, they're absolutely hilarious to shoot at people.
Yes, they are.
Hi
Yeah.
G5, eat flak. Puff, 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 puff.
Holy shit, die already. What's wrong with you, little tiny boat thing?
Puff, 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 puff.
I'm gonna kill us too, that makes me sad.
Yeah, I got him. That's the
Another
tank
kill.
boat.
Jesus.
That
Flak
was
rounds.
fun. I'm helping.
Puff, 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 puff.
And I've fucked up his rear. Oh god, he's firing rockets. That's unfortunate. I did get his middle, I think, there. Oh no, the kill
Well.
assist.
I'm soon gonna run out of flak rounds. I'm wondering if I should save some for planes or if I should just continue this meme. I'm seeing
Okay.
Elisha.
Searching for airborne and surface targets.
Ah!
Well,
Drop artillery on the Elisha.
problem is,
Stop,
after
stop
6 kill assists, my crew is getting somewhat thin.
Would you like to borrow some of mine?
Yes.
Well, that's sad I can't give you some. Now I'm gonna... Oh my god. Stop being able to lob shells.
Ow. I think he found me.
The issue here is primarily that the moment we get around that bend, he's gonna kill
I'm not gonna
all
get
of
around
us.
that bend, that's the thing.
No,
I have
you
no
won't
intention
even
of
get
doing
round it. He'll kill you before that.
Boat. That's probably me dead.
Server hamster? Are you okay, server hamster?
Nobody knows, bub.
Okay, I'm gonna hop in plane and I'm gonna try to take out the Leister. But I was shooting that boat for like forever with my 40 mils and it's just like nothing.
Things were a bit jumpy.
Yeah,
It's,
everything is very jumpy.
It's very jumpy.
I died.
Seeing we're in a lot of planes now all of a sudden.
It's because we have killed them every other place, so I think they're running out of shit awfully quick.
Good.
Okay, at least Kyle's getting in the boat. And I'm gonna try to go after the Leister.
Disco. Why are you trying to kill a light AA fair with your fucking machine guns?
Because it was in my way.
Okay, but that F4U would have been a much better target for you, because you might actually been able to kill that.
I just killed one.
Silly Disco.
Oh boy.
Leichter gone.
Good.
Well, I survived. Not quite sure how, but I did.
Magic.
Oh, god damn it, server hamster.
Well, Typhoon's coming for another run.
Disco,
got a
I
teamwork
killed
from
the
that.
guy shooting you. Say thank you, and then it burned to death. See, it's an art shooting him down just while he's still chasing Disco, but not quite early enough to make sure she's not on fire.
You failed.
Well, no, I succeeded. You were on fire, and I killed the person.
Failed. You failed.
Damn, Barch. What a loser. Ugh.
Can't believe you failed at saving me.
If saving you was the objective, I would have done so.
Scully donates $5 to say the Air Force keeps trying to recruit me. And I don't have the heart to show them my DD-114 separation papers. You friggin' boy.
Well, Disco, save me.
Where are you?
Donation.
Left.
But you can't
Above.
be a fly boy. You're just a seaman.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, my thing is completely dumped now. Like, I have the circle thing and then the cursor. They're in two completely separate directions, so I don't know what the fuck I'm aiming with.
Yes.
Service
Hit him a few
workout.
times, but he's not dying.
Come on, rear gunners. Seriously? Can you not fucking... No? Okay, then.
Right, he's dead.
Too late, Disco. Engine's on fire.
I think I timed it perfectly, just like you did.
Oh my god.
Well,
Discord,
then
you
turn
shit
off your
all
engine
over.
and fix it.
You'll be fine. It's just a bit of fire.
Thing is, I couldn't even control my fucking aircraft there, because my cursor was aiming in one cursor and flying with the other.
Welcome, Dakota Youngblood.
I'm being shot at. I don't like it.
You're fine. Quit being a little pansy and get down there.
I don't want to get down there.
Get down there. I'm scared of Bubs. Is he gonna die?
Luft und in den Wasser. Shut your whore hole, Kyle.
Are you siding with Bubs because he's Norwegian? That was a weird leg thing that happened there.
Don't worry about it.
No shit.
Okay.
The
Fire,
weird
I'd like
lag
if you
is
stopped.
becoming quite normal.
Fire, please stop.
Something really
please.
hurts.
Fire, fire, stop!
Soon your plane's gonna start falling apart, Bubs.
Fire! Cease!
Shoot.
Hmm.
Ah.
Hmm.
That noise
Oh.
is weird.
Oh, nice.
The Screaming Guardsman 91. Going to bed, but 2 questions for you. Can you identify yourself from the biggest to smallest gay? And why is Disco?
Gay? Well, it's because she sleeps with women, I guess.
I
Yeah,
don't
that's
see
pretty
which
good.
women.
Goddamn lesbo. Say what? You got
I mean, that would be the primary reason I can identify for why Disco would
Barch.
be gay.
Try to
I'm
turn on
not
your toe, see if
gay.
they fixed it in the
I
patch.
think Barch is the highest amount of the gay, followed by Disco, followed by Bubbles.
Why am I the gay?
And I'm just normal hetero, you know? Nothing
You're the
special.
gayest one.
Nothing special.
Oh.
You were talking about being in the closet earlier.
Nah,
Yep,
being the
you are.
I was just like, I was in the closet.
True. And I escaped, I broke free of the conditioning.
He came out of the closet.
I was escaping out of the closet.
Mm-hmm.
And then, because you were so afraid of what people would do to you when you came out of the closet, you peed yourself.
Barch, did you turn on your towing?
Yes.
Well, I'm happy to say it doesn't seem to be working still.
There's an awful lot of stuff coming this way, and
Yeah.
I'm kind of running out of AA.
I love how these bombs just don't explode anywhere near you and you die.
Well,
Oh,
they are
that
very
was
large.
done.
And the game also has decided to not take into account fluid physics, namely the fact that if
Yeah.
you drop a bomb in the water like that, you're gonna have to be spot on to do anything.
We gotta have to be actually close at least.
Little Barch shooting down planes. Like, pew, pew, pew.
A20G.
We'll be streaming Barch.
Problem is,
That's
there's
a bit
more than
forward.
one plane.
Oh boy, now it's bad.
Yeah.
Bonk bonk. Dead. Are we all dead? I think we're all dead.
I think so. Disco?
I am dead this time.
Disco.
Why is me being that good?
Turn to hanger.
I get told off when I don't die, told off when I do
She's
die.
getting sleepy.
Just a little bit.
Maybe we'll do one more round before Disco fucking keels over dead.
Already dead.
One more, how about that?
Backups.
You'll make it through the one more, right, Disco?
Maybe not, because George is trying to unplug my PC.
Well, then shoot him.
Meow. Disco's like, or Kitty's like, it's time for bed, whether you want to or not. Gosh. Guys, ready up? Oh my gosh.
I can't. I'm still in game.
You're not dead yet? Barch, you fucking...
No?
You little blonde-haired fuck, just die. You... I'm too blonde. I cannot die. I am impervious to poets. See, son of a
Boobits.
bitch. Boobits. He becomes a fucking furry while we're not there.
George has been evicted.
Kitty man dead. Well, Black 1917, if you were here, now you know a kitty update.
Yep,
Kitty is
that is a
with-
kitty update.
Yes. The update is he's bad.
Kitty is dead. He perished in battle. In the line
Evicted
of
from the
duty.
room. He makes a beeline around there. He's just like, this is how I get attention. Just like heads towards the plug. It's bad.
Well,
Come on, Kyle. Before you just press in for one more game.
We're waiting for Barch, who's blonde and refuses to die in the previous game.
I just won us
Why?
that fucking game.
That does not matter anymore. He's
Kyle?
"What?"
Your tiny little worthless fucking Massachusetts ass is now officially mine because I carried you through that.
You don't have proof. I didn't see the results.
Not from Massachusetts, from Wisconsin.
Oh my god.
Mississippi, Missouri.
I mean
Oklahoma.
Mississippi, but the opposite end.
So the brother fucking end?
There you go. Now hurry up, Kyle. Useless.
Come on, Kyle. Come on. Come on. Come on. And I can go to bed.
Alright, you guys ready? You got your sleepy bags ready?
Sleepy bags.
Little sleepy bags.
I don't have sleepy bags. I have a blanket.
You can sew a zipper to it. Then it's a sleepy bag.
Sewing a zipper to my blanket.
Yes, and you'll zip it up. It'll be a
No.
sleepy bag. Dude, does anybody remember sleeping bags? I'm not the only
Yes.
one. Okay, good. So sleeping bags are dumb. So, like, during like middle school when like my friends and shit would crash at my place for like when we were playing video games and shit. Like we just used regular spare blankets.
Yeah. Sleeping bags
Yeah.
are usually for sleeping outside and stuff like that.
Yeah, they're for camping and shit.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they
They're
are.
usually not for sleeping in houses.
They are though.
They're not though.
They
You're
can
just
be.
weird.
They can be. Okay, so when we all get in our sleepy bags, and then we'll turn
Sleepy bags.
Yeah, we're
The
gonna-
Yeah, they're
sleeping
sleeping bags now.
bags.
They're not sleeping. they're
Sleepy
sleeping.
bag.
on the.
Sleepy bag.
We'll build a little like fucking sleepy bag for it. So that way it gets even hotter. That way all the heat will be trapped underneath that like fucking cover that's over the top of everyone. And
Why?
so Bubbles will just be fucking sweating like a stuck pigly.
Is
Why?
this why do we want this?
Because my fantasy now is how uncomfortable can we make this? And I think we can make this remarkably uncomfortable.
I think it started uncomfortable.
Like, it's already uncomfortable that we're all in the fucking same bed. And like you're like it's small enough to the point where everyone's touching each other, so you're like, oh, like you're kind of like recoiling, not trying to touch anybody, but you can, you know, graze somebody. And you're like, oh. Not to mention everyone's fucking breathing, so like, and it's like, God. See, I'm just trying to give myself.
You have a really weird fetish.
This isn't a fetish. I'm actually getting
This is
upset
definitely a
from talking
fetish.
about it.
Hmm?
No,
Getting upset is a part of the fetish.
no,
He's getting a fetish because he knows. Like, he's getting upset because he knows it's not gonna happen.
no,
He's
guys.
like, oh,
okay?
everybody's so far away.
No sleepy bags. No.
One day, maybe.
My fetish is sleepovers. Slumber parties. To be fair, they're kind of my fetish. The sleeping part, especially. It's like that's.
Is that a Schwer over there?
Watch this
Yep.
one.
There's actually two Schwers over there, so I guess no, there are two Schwers over there. Not
I'm just going to go in the other direction.
I did just blow up one of them though.
Let's go capture B.
I'm trying.
Try harder, or you'll get the fucking stick again.
Ah. It's an MBK. I'll flak it, don't worry. Poof, poof, poof. It'll do something, I'm sure.
There you go, Kyle. I saved you.
Good little slut. Doing your job. He's like, thanks for.
That's not the usual thank you we agreed upon, Kyle.
My Fifi's hurt a lot. I don't know why. It's because you just.
See, I have already said that what we should do when the whole Chinese Voldemort thing goes away is just pick a southern island and everybody goes there. That'll be lovely. And we can even have Kyle's little fetish thing there. Yes.
Oh my god.
It'll
the
be great.
temperature
You
will
can
be
sleep in the
worse.
same fucking bed with Bubbles in 40 degrees plus. It'll be fantastic. You'll get your sweat and your breathing and all of the
Your
uncomfortable things.
I think I'm gonna pass on that part.
It's not a voluntary thing, okay?
Yeah, you
Yes,
think you
pass
get a
on that
fucking
part.
option? You think you get a fucking choice?
We
this
show
go?
up and Arch is like, "Oh, don't worry, guys, I booked us the room." You're like, "I thought you said room." He's like, "Oh, that was a typo.
The room.
It's just a room, and it's with one bed." And I explicitly asked for it to be the smallest bed they had.
Yep.
Oh, dear.
Like the receptionist were like, "Do you want double? No, single." But there are four of you. Yeah.
Okay, so where are the rest of you sleeping?
We also brought sleeping bags. We decided that we want to kill ourselves from the uncomfortable. Honestly, this is actually the worst thing, okay? Because, like, while we may be rambling on about this, but I'm just recounting the time where I was in a sleeping bag as a little kid, and I built a little sleeping bag, like, fort thing when I was, like, fucking 6, and my friends were under there, and I remember how hot it got, and I remember being fucking miserable. Like, I hated it. It was awful. And we need to do that, but as adults, so that way instead of fucking being miserable, we just, you know, have balls and kill ourselves instead.
You know, There's big sleeping bags. We could all be in the same
That's
sleeping
terrible.
That's an
That
option.
would be.
It's like a
I mean,
burrito.
that's
It would
that's
add.
one
It would add
thing.
additional elements too, because at that point, it's not just the heat and the breathing and the uncomfortableness and the nasty feeling of the sweat and shit. But eventually, throughout the night, someone, probably Disco, is going to have a big, fat, horrible, stinking, wet British fart. And it is just going to live in that sleeping bag.
Oh,
Yes,
good.
and everyone knows just how great it is with a warm fart.
Oh god, it's one of those ones.
We're talking about the good ones too. The one that you feel the urge to wipe your ass after having.
But she doesn't get out, so the smell festers. Oh.
I will also point out that I've been told that I'm really warm.
Well, that's
Yeah, I've been
disgusting.
told that too. That's not a good thing. Okay, so Bubbles and I will sleep on the opposite ends. Arch and Disco will be in the middle.
Nah, you.
Yes, we'll make sure that he doesn't escape.
We'll be on the
problem
edges.
is, I'm the opposite. Like, I'm a happy little cooling bag and can stay nice and cold.
Okay, we'll put
Okay, I
him in
won't
the
dodge.
middle. No, I'm taking him. It's cool and cold. He's like, yes.
That was an ammo detonation.
I can't
Black
believe
is
we're fighting
great.
over Arch's cold, dead body.
I can believe it.
I can believe it. Typhoon says snuggle Bubbles. See, this has become like a nightmare now. Like, I swear to God, I'm gonna go to bed tonight. I'm gonna wake up and be like, oh shit. I'm like, oh, thank God, it was just a dream.
Was it though?
Sounds awful. Like, having friends crash over at a place isn't too bad. But I'm at the point now, if like a friend crashes here, like, the bedroom is mine. Like, that was never gonna be shared to begin with. If I see like Tyler sleep in my bedroom, I'll fucking be like, no. Sasquatch man, get out. Get out, hairy Sasquatch man. Outside with you.
This will be a fun thing when Kyle gets himself a romantic partner again. Like, so Kyle, is the time for us to sleep together? It's like, bitch, my bedroom.
Mine.
My bedroom. You can sleep on the couch.
You sleep on the couch, yes.
You sleep-
I put out the sleeping bag for you.
Here's a sleepy bag.
I only sleep in the same sleeping bag as Bubs.
Don't worry. There'll be a
Don't worry,
sleepy
this
bag
is
there
the
with
one we
dog.
brought from vacation. If you give it a good, you can still smell the disco wet fart in there.
It's just
It has
great.
worked its way into the fucking fabric at this
We
point.
refuse to wash it because the musk is like nostalgia. It's like, I do remember 2024 quite well.
2024. Wow, someone's optimistic about the end of the lockdown.
Okay, 2028.
Still pretty
2032.
optimistic.
2032 just rolls off the tongue nice. That's not how it normally
Yep.
ends, though. Has to end on like a weird day. So it's kind of
28.
annoying.
That sounds like a weird day. To me. Or weird night.
Ooh,
See,
ooh,
this
Arch,
too.
Arch.
Wow.
You know what's
Wow.
funny?
Talking ball torture.
A lot of people, particularly people who aren't Norwegian, have a hard time saying things like "sjue," "shoe," stuff like that. Kyle, say "sjue," "shoe."
No.
Do it, Kyle.
Don't play into this,
Good Kyle.
this dumb little game.
Kyle, do it.
Oh, that's a
Yeah, boy.
Clemson. Well,
Shoo
I'm gonna
shoo
flack
it.
the Clemson.
Okay, I did it. I win.
You're not trying to speak Chinese, Kyle.
Shoo shoo. I don't know. Your fucking language is dumb.
You sound exactly like an immigrant. Good job.
Shoo shoo. No. No. See Kyle. I don't know.
Oh, there's Elisha there as well.
Bedtime.
Say bedtime.
Bedtimes.
This has been
Fucking Doritos.
a
Just
very
have
good
them.
and classical Leichte game with a nice solid like 10 kills or so.
Nope.
This
Leichte
is
is fair
this is how
balanced.
Leichte works.
Black
I am
1917
Not
donates
having a
$4.
good time.
Calm down. Black 1917 donates $4 say the breeding session will be legendary.
I think we'll all be too hot and uncomfortable to really get into the breeding, frankly.
There'll be no breeding. It'll be more like fucking
Like-
lynching.
I have
If
genuinely
Arch is nice and
experienced-
cold, then I'll happily breed him.
Oh, nice.
I have
Just
genuinely
fuck him.
experienced situations in which it is literally too hot and clammy to fuck, and you're turned off by the very idea. You're just
Oh
like,
yeah, no, it's like doing anything physical. Ugh.
Oh my god.
Just
"Like,
turn on the
really,
fan and let
bitch?
me
You
live
want
here."
to sweat harder now? Why?
Just turn on the fan and leave. Let me be tolerable at least, please.
Oh my god. You remind me. Fucking high school. Jesus Christ. Terrible. We're just that clammy worm. And you have like a significant other with you and you're like, fuck. It's all, it's like sweat. Like everybody's, you're just sweating, and if you touch your fucking girlfriend, like her fucking skin's sticky, and you're like, no.
And it's horrible, and you're just like, God, I'm in a relationship with a fucking sea slug. Like, just will anyone notice if I just kill her right now?
It's like it's just like but you both are aware of this, so you're like laying far away from each other.
The best thing I have ever had, like the clearest case of just kind of wanting to see if you could get away with murder, was I was sick, running a pretty high temperature, and still the bitch is like, "Nah, sleep together." It's like, sleeps on top of me. I'm like, I'm boiling, and you're warm. And then she comments like, "You're really warm," like, bitch. Your life hangs in a very thin line right now.
Your life is about to expire. By Red Viking.
Well,
28.
speaking of which, I finally finished the battle task called Happy Ending.
Yay!
I just felt like mentioning it because it was semi-topical.
Shut up, Bubs. Now, Red Viking 28 donates $2 say, sounding like a porn. One night in Kibistan. Oh no.
Well, it'll be more than one night.
Cue the Arabic music playing in the background. The sitars, whatever going.
A week in Kibistan.
1 week in
6
A week in
nights
that sleeping
Kyrgyzstan.
bag.
Kibistan. Get in the Kibistan.
The same sleeping. See, the thing is, if we do this, at least we would get a lot of super chats. We'd have to film it, of course. It would be one of those viral clickbaity videos with like 14 million views.
It's just like
Oh,
4
God.
sweaty people. In a
We could
fucking
all
bag.
become the next Kim Kardashian. There you go.
It's not a sex tape,
4
it's a
sweaty
sweat.
peoples in one sleeping bag. And 30 degrees plus.
Oh, then we'll make a video the next day showing us.
4 sweaty YouTubers, 1 sleeping bag.
We'll ring listen. We'll ring the fucking sleeping bag afterwards and look like a fucking sponge. Oh. This is so disgusting.
That'd be great. We'll have literally marinated in each other's juices for a night.
That's so gross.
Rob's just like, no.
Rob Rib, you want to take a... No, wait. You know how they sell Gamer Girl juice? They'll sell fucking YouTuber fermented juice. I don't know. Maybe they can make a wine out of it. They could culture the bacteria, the yeast.
There certainly would be bacteria.
We call it the Bickering Bunch wine. You're like, that's a nice sweaty musk flavor.
Too niche, no one would understand it.
Oh my god. It'd be great for marketing. We'll get no sales though, so the cost of production is going to be a net loss. Big
They
setup.
might be like, we'll pay you to stop.
There are too many Kardashians. Never enough.
No, we will call it Arch and Friends Overnight Sauce.
This sounds a little special. Oh no.
You really want to put your name on this, Arch? You really wanna be
Gamer
associated with
YouTubers,
this forever?
swamp water.
Afterwards, we can bathe in the same tiny-ass fucking bathing tub, and that will sell as bathwater.
Oh my god, that'd be awful.
Do you think there'd be like a bit of leak from the night before?
I'm visibly frowning. Like, I'm genuinely sad. Not only do I want to A, go to bed, but B, I also want to commit suicide.
Why don't you go to bed then?
Well, we're going to be. The stream's going to end. Can't help. This stream did not make me hungry for pizza. It made me hungry for the long sleeps of death and cold embrace of death. The bunch punch. Ugh. That's gross.
It's what you deserve, though.
I do think that we should just leave Bubbles in the bag when we leave. It's like you can stay in there. You can... Okay, alright, I'll stay in there.
And if you wanted to have a little bit of fun, because I'm an early riser, so I'll just sneak out, get a bit of rope, lasso off the end of the sleeping bag, and then drag you out in public. Yes, yes. Good.
We weren't going to do this in
I don't
public?
think being nocturnal is the same as being an early riser.
Yeah, and you know what we should do instead? Don't rent a fucking hotel. Like, let's find a bench somewhere so we look like homeless people.
No, what we'll do is we'll find like a nice square where we could set up like an art exhibition.
Oh my god, we could charge millions now.
And then if the police come, we just say it's modern art.
It's modern art, and then we'll charge people like $8 million and be like, this. And people are like, it symbolizes the unity of mankind's spirit, but also the unwillingness to embrace said unity as all four occupants look to want to kill each other.
Or themselves.
This sounds like a good idea. You three do that, I'll live at the water park.
No, Arch.
Well, I was kind of
Or
thinking,
slime.
like, I might just get one of those fucking floating Lilo things and sleep in the pool.
There's no happiness and escape here.
Hey, I've tried that whole sleeping in pool thing. You wake up and you're like, drowning.
You are just floating
It might be
belly up.
preferable to the sleeping
Blub, blub,
bag.
blub, blub.
Maybe preferable to the sleeping bag.
Might be, he says. Fucking Christ. Don't call Arch the Warhammer for nothing. Shut up, Brian. Anyways, good night, chant. We're gonna end the stream and get in our sleeping bag. It's
Good night,
time-
Barch.
That would be one part of the problem, my ginormous cock rubbing up against all three of you simultaneously.
Ginormous. You mean his little pencil peepee.
You can hug it for warmth if you want to.
It's okay. Bubbles and Barch will be fucking playing cross swords. Ching, swing, twing, ching, ching. Oh no, they're gay boys.
Fuck that, I'm plugging in so I can transfer my heat into him.
Plugging in. Oh no. Arch's bum is vulnerable for an attack. Bubs is.
I need to dump some heat.
Oh shit.
Dump it, he's. Realistically speaking, mathematically here, there's not enough holes.
We'll make new ones in Arch.
Yeah, like anyone who's seen Dead Girl will know that you can easily make more holes.
Bubbles, you are on so many watch lists, and I just want to say to everybody listening, I don't know him.
Are basically
not
they're
true, though.
related. They basically are married. FBI, get both of them. Two birds, one stone. Good night, chat.